is with your outfit.
Considering I now own this rock is effectively everything.
Don't worry, Goku. Just sit on back and let Krillin handle this one. Oh my god, this is going to be amazing. Oh,
And record.
oh my god.
I believe Lord Slug is playable.
And how did this gonna be amazing? And record. And record.
I love how Vegeta just decides not to help. That's great. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Do that for me, please. Come on, go on.
And you had to jinx it.
Oh no.
Iguana Street? What is... What? Oh,
How do you know that?
freaking eyes.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, I noticed you're having a hard time down there.
Yeah, he's pretty really strong. I'm not sure what to do. But if I fail, Christmas is due.
But it's not.
Oh,
It's Christmas. And you're about to let Christmas die.
there you go.
Goku, you are the only one who can do this. You are the champion of Christmas.
Oh, there we go. He's orange Goku now.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. That's good. That took me a bit. Damn it.
Movie bubbles, I swear to God. In a trunk, on the cliff.
Well,
Uh-oh.
you can't win with a broken arm. No, you're supposed to leave it on. It gets better. Wait a minute. That means your jaw is a North.
Yeah, my god. Freaking Giga Chad jaw. Wait, Lord Slug is going bigger?
I know what he is. Pizza.
Do not say Yoshi.
I'm still thinking.
I'm so thinking.
Yeah, Goku. Namekian. A super Namekian, mind you. Who's here to rule over your planet.
Okay.
There could be super Namekians, right.
Sorry, I dropped something.
Oh, okay.
But now he has used the Dragon Balls to return himself to his
Sorry, dropped it. Wasn't able to reach it. Got it. Okay.
What?
What?
Hey, you wouldn't be related to King Piccolo, would you? I hope it doesn't sound racist, but I gotta be careful about that. We're still in Iguana Street.
You're still in Iguana Street.
The Namekians know about sensing energy.
So, Piccolo can probably, like, be big, right, too?
Yeah, that's the thing he did in Dragon Ball. Whoa!
I know. It's fucking...
Jeez, that scared the shit out of me.
Kind of bummed it isn't actually Christmas.
Yeah, kind of sucks.
Oh, no! Oh, yeah, man. Slug has to be playable. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if he could be giant?
Yeah, I think he's one of the characters that goes really big. I don't. There's a couple characters that are really, really big.
Running.
Oh!
Now I know what you're thinking. Should I crush him? And the answer may surprise you.
What the?
Oh, not his squeaky organs.
Everyone laugh when they do that. That's my ribs crushing my lungs.
Hey, name's Piccolo. Nice to meet you. I've got your antennae. What you gonna do now?
Oh.
Part two of my master plan. What the hell is wrong with everyone?
R2 seems to be doing well.
I need you to do that thing that really annoys me.
You mean talk?
What? You know that thing you were doing earlier today?
So cute.
Hey, give me my energy, Goku!
What happened?
No, Gohan, no! Oh, shit! Dude, why do you keep blasting your own ship, though?
What?
Oh!
Well then.
Those jokes will never get old.
Son, Mr. Goose.
Huh? What?
He doesn't like it when we curse.
That's a good question. Why didn't you do that?
Great question.
Alright, Scar's defeated.
If he's returned to the planet.
King Piccolo, I can wish back Chiaotzu, Master Roshi, and Krillin.
Oh god. Let's go.
I was pretty sure Ataka was Lord Slug. That made sense.
Yeah. Coming back again.
What?
Let's go.
What?
What's previous? Oh.
Oh, Grand Elders.
Oh.
Oh.
So that's how Lord Slug is. Okay.
Oh my god.
Now, coming, Mel.
Ooh,
That's funny.
boy. Okay.
I got a little sleepy towards the end.
Well, a little bit. It's happened. But yeah,
It's fine.
It's fine.
Now, coming, Mel.
Slug is a very interesting character who just kind of appears.
Yeah, pretty much. There's less lore from what I remember. I don't remember too much about this one, to be fair. I don't know if I ever saw it.
This film kind of felt like they were just like, oh, I guess we should probably make a film. What can we do?
Low-key.
Yeah, it
Just
was
a tiny bit.
Loki like, I guess I'll just have him fight. Because like it almost felt like it was just a filler arc. Film.
A tiny bit.
Yeah.
It did feel away a tiny bit.
It was like, yeah, World's Strongest.
Unless I missed something while I was tapping.
Nah, it's okay.
I don't think I did though.
You really didn't.
But regardless, yeah, it was fun to watch though. Teen Four Star makes it so funny, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You give them an opportunity for a joke, they take it.
And also Piccolo. It's nice to have something that Piccolo gets to do.
Yes.
Some more stuff, but
yes, absolutely.
I totally thought that they were going to use this as an excuse to have like him go Super Saiyan though, because it's like, oh, it's a film, and that I'm assuming this one was probably released, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was released before he went Super Saiyan.
I'm not sure.
but
I'm not sure.
yeah, comments you can correct us if that is, but yeah, I'd like to know kind of a little bit more about like I guess the release order of the films
Right.
for that. I know that a lot of these films weren't released over in the West for a while, right? Like it took them.
I honestly don't remember. Because I remember there were a decent number of movies on VHS, which
Okay, they're
tells
probably
them
on
the time
VHS
period.
then, yeah. If there were, they've been
I don't
US
know if all
releases.
of them were strictly for the Dragon Ball ones or Dragon Ball Z earlier ones. I don't remember because I remember having a few of them on VHS.
Okay.
I don't fully remember really. So
All right then.
I'm not too sure.
Well, with that said, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe so you guys
Comment.
Oh yeah.
Dance, Icarus, dance.
Dance, Icarus, dance. Icarus just showed up for a little bit and then probably got eaten. Awesome.
That or comment, Sleepy Devil strikes again.
Did you call Sleepy Devil? But all right, guys, we'll see you all in the next one.
Bye.
Introducing Arby's Steak Nuggets. Perfectly seared, perfectly smoked. It's like if your favorite steakhouse made nuggets. Wait, is Arby's your new favorite steakhouse?
Arby's, we have the meat.
Eternity is a long time to have regrets. So, have you chosen your eternity?
Da-na, dun-da-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na, da-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, is it sparking? Sparking! Hello, YouTube. This is Shelter the Destroyer. Today we're going to watch DBZ Abridged. As someone who grew up with Toonami, we're going to see what I remember from original Dragon Ball Z. Probably not much, I'm going to be honest. Anyway, grab your snackies, grab your bevies, let me know what you're eating and or drinking down below. Let's get to watching.
Following is a non-profit fan-based parody. Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT are all owned by Funimation, Toei Animation, and Akira Toriyama. Please support the official release.
Goats, I'm sorry, in pleasure, it said? Hold on. In pleasure. Goats screaming in pleasure. Okay, great. Thank you for that information, that knowledge. It was Pink Emu.
Oh God, no, my marijuana patch. My carrot patch. Yeah.
No, you need marijuana patch.
Do in this situation. Get my gun.
My
Hello,
gun.
and welcome to Earth. With open bar.
Holy crap! It's Sonic the Hedgehog. No, it's an alien. Oh.
What? Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's an alien. Finally, on this dead planet. Wait.
It's not dead.
Crap.
It's very much not dead.
Kakarot, screw this up. Oh, God damn it. I knew we should have sent Turles. Better think of something cool to say to make him stop. Hi, you. Genius, Farmer. Genius. Oh, look at him. He thinks he's people. What's your
Oh,
about,
what?
little human? Bye. Protect me, good. Hey, no. Bad human. Bad. Now get back up and tell me you're sorry.
Brother, you killed him.
Human. So this is why Dad said I couldn't keep a pool.
A pool.
Always land. Yeah, sure had some kick-ass training. Damn it, I'm lonely. Might as well check MySpace. No new comments.
Y'all remember MySpace?
Damn it. Well, at least I have you, Tom. You're always there
Oh, smart ass, huh?
I don't appreciate smartasses. Prepare yourself for my signature attack.
Double Sunday!
Smile.
I love the way this applies. With Bo Rao, it's like instant hair. So when we were choosing which Bobby product to use, we decided to use the Bobby Organic Whole Milk, and so far it's been great, and he seems to like it a lot. We tried what the hospital gave us at first.
Double
We
Sunday!
just noticed that our son wasn't too happy with it, and when he would, spit up some, it smelled bad. It looked gross, so we looked into switching, and we finally made the switch. We picked the organic whole milk, and he's done great on it ever since.
What it takes to slay the dark dragon. Move it. Play it day one with Game Pass.
Good morning, everybody. We are here to discuss the so you said was there.
So what? Making work make sense. LinkedIn knows how. Which irritates her. She accuses him of thinking about the morning incident, but he denies it. At Dracula's Boneyard Castle, warriors are recruiting other warriors in their teams. Some squads require agility-type warriors, while some want green core warriors, and they all should be 5-finned warriors to qualify. When Aang and Liu arrive at the castle, the warriors at the entrance notice them. They refer to Aang as a 4-finned warrior, and Liu as a 1-finned warrior, questioning where they are from. Some speculate they must be desperate. One jokes the young couple must be lost, while another claims they will not be allowed to enter since they clearly will not pass the test. Seems like these guys underestimate our duo. A group of warriors arrives, and one of them mocks Aang, thinking that he brought his girlfriend along, but our duo ignores them, determined to enter Dracula's Boneyard Castle. Our girl grows mildly annoyed by the constant mockery, but Aang tells her not to waste energy on their stupid insults. Turns out, the one who mocked them is Uther, the young master of the Mir family from Eula City. The warriors don't expect Uther to come to the castle in search of an elemental crystal with a 6-finned warrior is said to be one of the top fighters hired by the Mir family. Someone nearby mentions seeing his information on the hiring board, noting both his impressive strength and his connection to the Mirs. They also say the warrior already possesses an elemental crystal and has gained significant elemental power, so they believe Uther will succeed this time. Uther introduces himself as the young master of the Mir family from Ola, an A-level city. He boasts that everyone knows his family, the largest warrior guild in the city. He further suggests to Liu she doesn't belong there since she is a green core, and offers her a chance to be his personal healer, promising generosity in return. Of course, our duo ignores him, making the bastard annoyed that they are not flocking over him just because he hails from a big family. He assumes they don't know about the Mirs. Bro is really full of himself, and Liu snaps because she had it enough, demanding to know who gave Uther permission to speak to her that way. Uther continues bragging and insulting her, which only makes the girl angrier. The bastard then throws his side chick away, ready to take our girl down. Even though Liu isn't strong enough to face him, she refuses to back down. Furious at his arrogance, she prepares to fight. Uther charges at her, saying he'll teach her a lesson, but before he can strike, Aang steps in to stop him. Uther tells him to move aside and threatens to deal with him as well if he doesn't move. Aang reminds the bastard who started the fight and warns that causing trouble could damage his family's reputation. He suggests Uther think again, since the guards might refuse him entry if he causes a scene. Of course, this arrogant piece of shit refuses to back down. The 6-finned warrior with him steps forward and agrees with Aang. He says all the warriors present are strong, and making a scene would look bad for the Mirs. He advises Uther there's no need to rush. Once inside the castle, anything can happen. Well, we can tell what these bastards are planning. Uther reluctantly backs off, saying he won't waste time on weak opponents, then moves forward. The 6-finned warrior follows, using his earth elemental power to throw small stones at Aang, which my guy catches easily in midair. Sensing something unusual,
I'm trying to get the new fighting style. I just gotta wait for him to spawn back.
Minor annoyance, like dealing with mosquitoes, and suggests they continue with the test. The 6-finned warrior is surprised at how easily this kid blocked his hidden attack. Even though it was fast, it should have hurt Aang's hands. The warrior tells Uther they should reconsider their top contenders for the elemental crystal, as Aang looks far stronger than a typical 4-finned warrior. He admits he can't fully gauge the kid's strength. They should avoid direct confirmation and find a way to eliminate both Aang and Liu first. During the synchronization rate test, Aang scores 54% and Liu scores 42%. Liu asks if they pass, since there is no minimum requirement. Aang remembers Liu's rate had been 39% before, and now she has not only become a 1-finned warrior, but also improved to 42%, a notable increase. The woman conducting the
test observes that one of them is a four-finned warrior, and the other a one-finned warrior, then asks why they want to enter the Boneyard Castle for an elemental crystal when the demons inside are at least three-finned in strength. Confirms their decision, explaining that Liu is their squad's medic, and he is a highly agile warrior, so they can defend themselves. Of course, Liu frowns at being called just a medic. The woman explains that no warrior below 5-finned has ever dared enter the castle, making them the lowest level entrants on record. She reminds them that the elemental crystal can only be found on a special demon, and usually only one appears at a time. Once it is hunted, another takes a while to appear. She also warns they will face not only demons, but also stronger warriors, and their lives will be at risk. She asks if they still want to proceed. Agrees, saying their goal is more than just survival, and thanks her for the warning. She lets them enter. Lo remembers rumors that 9 out of 10 who entered the castle never came out. She admits she is scared, but feels a surprising calm and confidence with Aang beside her. And with that, they step into Dracula's Boneyard Castle. They enter Dracula's Boneyard Castle and hide from the demons. Liu sees the place is full of demons.
Get 1 to 7 flexible days with Epic Day Pass. Ski and ride Vale, Whistler Blackcomb, Park City.
I have not gotten energy from her because I need energy from the beginning to get her, and then I need energy again to awaken her. Oh God.
Available now, only at Harbor Freight.
You may get a little excited when you shop at Burlington. Burlington saves you up to 60% off other retailers' prices every day. Will it be the low prices or the great brands? Burlington. Deals? Brands? Wow. I told you so.
On it, baby. Yeah, the snacks for my health goals. Watch this. Almost got you. Eat your darn almonds, man. I do. And I'm proud.
Explains that it used to be a big city like Dawn City, but after the demon invasion, it was abandoned and became a battlefield. The main castle and surrounding area are now taken over by demons, and no one lives there anymore. People just call it the castle to forget its past. By now, Liu is fascinated by how he knows a lot, but Aang downplays his knowledge, saying he just heard stories in childhood. He stands up and decides to start looking for the special demon and its elemental crystal. While doing this, they must avoid battles at all costs. Suddenly, Liu sees an explosion and thinks some warriors are fighting hard. She asks him if they should help, but Aang says no. It is better to stay out of it while they are in the castle. Since she grew up in Helios, she does not likely know the dangers outside. He warns her that the warriors they saw at the entrance are greedy and tricky, so she should keep her kindness to herself. Suddenly, Aang sees a demon rushing toward Liu, but he quickly pulls her to safety like a Chad he is. The demon is surprised that Aang reacted to his attacks. After all, his water attacks are silent and odorless, which should not be possible to detect. Aang realizes it is a 5-finned demon using silent water and agility to sneak up on them. Liu thinks that if our boy had not acted fast, she would have been hurt. He then decides to deal with this bastard, saying they should not attract other demons or warriors, and should end the fight fast. Liu agrees, not wanting more mistakes or to be a burden to him. The demon questions if they really think they can defeat him, noting they are a 4-finned and 1-finned warrior, and wonders how they underestimated him. Then he disappears and jumps down, launching a rain of spikes at them. Aang sees it as an area attack and tells Liu to get closer. He creates a protective barrier that stops the spikes. As he can act cocky once again, he notices a mix of wood and metal surrounding our duo. This makes him wonder if it is elemental power. He is confused about how this kid can control more than 2 elements, since human warriors can only have elemental power if they are 5-finned or higher. Aang attacks the demon, and the demon warns he will pierce Aang. The demon uses spikes from the ground to attack. Aang uses his water element to get close and asks if the demon was surprised. The demon smirks, saying it was just a joke, and that even though Aang used water, he is still no match for the demon's agility and water combo. But my guy doesn't share the same thoughts. He quickly signals Liu, who is behind the demon. She kicks the demon, and Aang drives his sword into it. Together, they defeat the demon. Aang is feeling proud of their teamwork, which earned them the water core. Liu takes the core and, as a 1-finned warrior, claims the 4-finned blue core. Aang pulls his sword out of the demon's chest and praises Liu for her quick moves. She goes on with her normal catchphrase about how her family is all about martial arts and that her moves were just basic techniques. Aang puts the sword on his shoulder and tells her they need to move fast because their fight probably attracted more demons and warriors nearby. As Aang starts walking, Liu notices a small cut on his cheek. She points it out and suggests they find a safe place so she can heal it. Ang closes his eyes, touches his cheek, and smiles. He says it's nothing serious, just a little accident, so she shouldn't worry about it. Liu looks serious and reminds him that they agreed she would handle his healing. It doesn't matter how big or small the wound is. If she can't heal him, then her role is pointless. Ang agrees, respecting her determination. He decides not to argue and asks her to fix his cheek. Just then, someone rushes toward them. Liu asks her friend to duck, and they see that it's Uther's bodyguard. As that bastard crashes down, the girl jumps away, while my guy blocks the blow like it's no big deal. The man steps on his axe's blade to exert more pressure, but this doesn't faze our boy. By now, the bastard can tell that Aang is not just a quadruple-finned warrior. He has more potential than that. As for this eye-patch bastard, he is a six-finned red core warrior and a master of earth. Liu tries to attack, but a kind of green thread covers her body. Turns out it's the nurse from Uther's team who uses her three-finned green core to paralyze Liu. Our girl was too focused on her partner that she didn't see this coming. The nurse walks up to Aang, and he asks why they're attacking him instead of protecting their spoiled brat leader. Just then, speaking of the devil, Uther shows up, making fun of the protagonist for keeping the tough guy act so he wouldn't look weak in front of his woman. Being called our boy's side chick shocks Liu, making her blush as well as get angry. Uther walks up and spanks the nurse's butt, telling her that he'll reward her once they're back in the city. He gently holds Liu's chin and smiles, saying he'd play with her after she watches her man die. Liu can't do anything even though her switch has been flipped. She has been paralyzed and can't move. The bastard then makes fun of the protagonist, calling him a four-finned trash and threatening to hurt Liu. Aang's body starts to glow with a purple aura as he is done taking crap. Threatening to hurt Liu is the last straw. He gets angry and jumps toward Uther. His bodyguard jumps in to defend him, but Aang blocks the axe and sends him flying back with a swipe of his sword. The bodyguard has a lot of questions as Aang is controlling the fire element like a pro, and surprisingly he also manipulates wood. Sharp branches come out of the smoke, aiming straight for him. He tilts his neck to dodge, but still ends up getting a small wound on his neck. He is impressed by Aang's ability to handle two elements and demands to know how he could control them. The bodyguard gets ready to use his ultimate attack to make Aang spill his secrets, but from the shadows, a five-finned blue core demon grabs the bodyguard's axe handle and roars fiercely. The bodyguard sees the threat and turns, confused by the sudden appearance. The bodyguard holds his big axe with one hand as the demon slowly comes closer. He is sweating and confused about why he didn't feel the demon nearby. He quickly lets go of the axe and steps back a few meters, putting his hand on the ground as he stops moving. He realizes that the demon is a five-finned demon. The demon keeps holding the axe quietly, then turns on its blue core. Using water, it rushes at him really fast, leaving the axe floating in the air. The bodyguard stands stunned, watching the demon speed toward him. He realizes the demon can control water and gets ready. In a second, the demon appears in front of him, slashing with sharp claws. The warrior reacts quickly, stepping back and blocking the demon's attacks. He turns his head and sees Aang watching him. He insists our boy put away their differences for the meantime and help him defeat the demon. Aang just smiles, asking why he doesn't realize that the demon is attacking only him. That's when the bastard realizes that Aang is actually the one controlling it. The demon rises and shoots sharp icicles using its water powers. He crouches and turns on his stone element. Rocks and stone branches come up from the ground, making a wall to block the icicles. The demon's attacks go past the rocky wall. Aang watches, impressed by the bodyguard's defense. He says the warrior is skilled, and that it's obvious why a powerful family would hire him. The bastard then summons his axe, with the rocks falling off and making it lighter. The axe starts glowing and spins in the sky. He throws it at the demon, but the demon dodges easily. He runs toward the demon, but a branch shoots up from the ground and wraps
I would like to play it, but the problem is I can't play it.
The demon takes advantage of his
I
destruction.
would love to play Anime Guardians. The problem is they don't update for console because they don't care about console, so I can't play it.
Blood starts to drip from his mouth. Dealing with five-finned demons wasn't
And since they don't care about Anime Guardian enough to update the console, ain't no point in me playing it. Because other than that, I would be playing it. All right then. See you later. Mhm.
Yeah, hi. It's Big Brecken here. Fuck the ops. Free the man down. Stewie, phone RJ and grab the bounty. Yeah, we're writing
I swing my blade and let it spread. With the constable for violence you see on TV. Just that you shank out a lie. I bust my knife. Enemies die. You see on TV. My trusted shank out a lie. I bust my knife. Make enemies die. Ankle break specialist, that's ABS. SOS, step over step. Am I gonna go right? Am I gonna go left? First after images get to my silhouette. The next thing you spin, he finishes for the boner at the back of the net. Switch. I like some mounts that they over you blitz. Ankle break specialist, that's ABS. SOS, step over step. Am I gonna go right? Am I gonna go left? Well, Ronaldo, do you know? Close your legs, you hold. Ankle break specialist, that's ABS. SOS, step over step. Am I gonna go right? Am I gonna go left? Awakening Sakuna domain. I won't be. We gotta be. Why don't you ride? I won't be. Yui Tenkai. Yui Tenkai. Baby, please. We were afraid to hug.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Big trouble because Aang is there to set up.
I've been looking for an exit, and nobody else around me seems to care. Everybody that I'm left with trying to tell me that it isn't even there. I've been looking for a self-destruct. Please
Aang is there to save him.
reset me, let me try.
Pull me out of hell.
See myself stuck in this loop again.
You're a brand new family tree. And you suddenly have this new mister. You when you see have this new mister. All right, I just need one more.
Feel my beginning faster. I'm gonna fucking get up in until I break. Sanity, don't let me go. This world has got me so cold. Anything I never know, turn into fire and cold. Feel like we're all just some pixels in this game. I've seen the worst in people, I must be the one to blame. It's insane, we've been created this reality warp. Happiness is artificial, everything that I touch is built on the rain. Ordinary play.
Pull me out of hell.
You don't even need to breathe. I'm stuck with a brand new family tree. She'll be begging me to live.
You just suddenly have the same mister.
Thank you for calling Spectrum. My name is Angie, and I'm in Orlando, Florida. How can I help you today?
Great. You're still there. It must be like 3 a.m.
Oh, we're always here 24/7. What can I do for you?
I know it's late, but I wanted to ask you about the best place to set up my router.
It's never too late. We'll have you up and running in no time.
Only Spectrum has 24/7, 100% US-based customer support. It's only everything. Spectrum fiber-powered internet. It's the fastest and most reliable internet. Go to spectrum.com to learn more.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It's never too early for Christmas music.
Everywhere.
Get in the holiday spirit with the greatest Christmas songs of all time.
Take a look at the 5 and 10.
Listen now on Spotify.
Listen once again.
Hey, it's Matt and Abby. We are high school sweethearts and now hosts of the Unplanned podcast.
Where every week we dive into honest, unfiltered conversations around relationships, parenting, marriage, with all the chaos and laughs that come with it.
We also host interviews with various experts, influencer couples, and reality TV personalities you won't hear anywhere else.
It's real, it's raw, and it's always entertaining, so hit play on our latest episode right here on Spotify.
She resisted going to the show and couldn't resist a moment that followed. She instantly falls into a fantastical, poetic love that leads her on a path of longing, dating.
You're in the vehicle?
About YN and Moon.
There you are.
Is a beautiful convergence of art and life, and an audiobook you don't want to miss. Listen now on Spotify.
bragging like you're independent, you just in the worst place. No one's trying to sign you in the first place. Pure praise, cause I know I'm one of one. Son of a gun, the clip is my birthplace. This a different workplace. Worst case, you terrible wordplay. I'm worth the wave like Terry. Your verse shake the stereo. Yours ain't comparable. Work paid to carry your hearse grave. The burial. Worst case scenario. Word brain. I'm married to the bread. I braid a bitch's hair when I get head. Baby, I'm rich, and my OG, he's a crib. You know what that mean? We ain't never in the red. Fuck, you got $1 million deal, I had to leverage in a sense. And I'm still as independent as it gets. Legend in the flesh, I'm impressed, and the legends are impressed. Already got a Colin Kendrick, call me welcome to the next. Got an angel on my right, I got the devil on my left. Got a girl with cellulite, ass bigger than a rest. Lines all over her body, and she look just like a ref. But she ain't blowing no whistle, I don't gotta go in depth. I don't gotta, I probably got me a
When I was the last one, I still need 2 energy, G. Like a color.
Bitches wanna climb a money tree like they koala. Fuck her, then I disappear and then I text her tied up. Talking got the flow, they curve and whip it like a time. So my self-esteem is steaming, they go try to feel a sauna. I'm trying to put dollar on top of dollar. My politicking is awesome. I probably love Benjamin Franklin more than his wife and mama. The highest honor, got them tripping off me like ayahuasca. I'm the product, so I got them gathered around the fire like they're trying to be loved the way you love Rihanna. Only thing I don't find myself inside of is baby mama drama. Ain't drama,
Baby mama drum.
I might even go pop just to say fuck 'em. Used to think that I was a loser and I ain't lose nothing. Now that I won, I think I'm much less confused from it. Looking like I hit the bounty, loop even little rowdy. Do not bring a bitch around me, homie. You was kid up in the counties, you the river with the balcony. You didn't think I live in Maui. Used to talk about the things I wanted, and they all allowed it. Now that I got it, shit, they don't want the kids to talk about it. Never too different, that's a label, and I'm the boss around it. People got tattooed up before I even talked about it. That's some legendary shit, ho. And I ain't even half my potential. And don't compare me to them dudes on the trend list. They don't love rap, they just love to get attention. Pass the videos around like a town hall, seduce them with a gimmick. But how long are you around for? I don't play no fucking character, it's just talk. 10 years from now, let's see who evolved most. Out of the motherfucking coach, top of the motherfucking morning, top of the motherfucking neighborhood, no more killing and warning. Everyone hit the corner, they don't wanna see me out of bounds. I got homies smarter than me, but I got a voice that counts. Tell Jay to check it out, tell Wayne to check first. Tell Hoover to check again and update my net worth. About to have all of them youngins saluting me head first. And my name all in the old heads melt like dentures. Never too different. I'm what you call a hater.
The fader, the fader, the fader, the fader, the fader, the fader. The paper, the paper, the paper, the paper, the paper, the paper, the paper. I hate it, 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 I hate it. I'm a pretty speed. A pretty much. But it chose me.
They say I'm a hater. I say incinerator. What's my motivator? Then the center slayer. Sing the script in hell. Take your very coins into spin a laser. Fill a man with hole. Be a ventilator. Kick the power cord out of your ventilator. Take your something apart. It's a celebration. Hey, your baby boy, I'm on that boy stupid ass is cops. This ain't Cooper land. I'm on your head. Them shells fly when I drop. It's that 10 toes when I drop in. That's 10 toes in your block. Set you 10 deep. Well, look at that. I got 10 holes for my house. Pause. Them holes in my drawers. Biting. They gas and they jaws. Lighting. So they want to applaud. I'm lying. They wanted me called. Lying. For me that barking. But you know what I'ma say. No dog inside them. Pussy say you got 9 lives. I got 9 lives. And they all excited. Holding. Killing that hit my pose. Holding. Killing this clip I'm froze. Holding. Dive in when they come in this petty shit. I don't dig my toe. Holding. Walking your mom's house. Then I tell your boss better get my hoe. Speaking to your name. Nigga. Be away. Better keep my hoe. I be waking early for this shit. Step over your body just to get those boys sick. I'm the number one pick.
This one goes out to all my strong females. These women out here got me like, yeah, I see you. They got me like, benching crazy, lifting crazy, squats crazy. Girl, you got me like, looking as respectfully as possible. Hey, I need a baddie who could beat me up. Street fighting in the sheets tighten when I beat it up. Like the bunny from My Hero Academia. These are the type of workouts you can't put on social media. Spot me, put me on your shoulders, you can squat me. And I'll be satisfied till your thighs can squash me. Toss me around, I can handle it. Girl, your body got me hitting poses like a mannequin. First time that I saw Cammy White, knew I wasn't acting right. I knew that I had to fight. Get up in them abs tonight. Pussy got me floating off the planet like a satellite. Send me to the moon with destiny, I'm an acolyte. Look, wait. I might pull up on a Chun-Li. I know that she want me. Trill nigga, bum B. Nigga, I ain't fronting. If she going down, I might be going down on one knee. Stuff it in her mouth, I got my tongue between her butt cheeks. Stretch her pussy out like the nigga from out of One Piece. I'm never stressing out if my woman could want me. Cause I know that she a baddie alone. She tryna hook you. I swear that it isn't nothing for a real nigga. Hold you down. Mikasa, so Mikasa, and Sukasa finna scarf it down. She giving me brain until she back out. I might start to drown. Let me get the focus in my tracker. She gon' knock it down, lock it down. No mandate, locked up in the lab again. Ackerman on my lap again, and I'm tapping in. Dump truck ass to tell her back it in. Look, don't believe me, you can ask her friends. Guarantees that this her first time with an African. Let me get a real long look at that abdomen. She been getting swole, doesn't mean she getting masculine. When I let her ride me, it just means she'll put her back in. Hey, I need a baddie who can beat me up. Street fighting in the sheets tighten when I beat it up. Like the bunny from My Hero Academia. These are type of workouts you can put on social media. Spot me, put me on your shoulders, you can squat me. And I'll be satisfied till your thighs can squash me. Toss me around, I can handle it. Girl, your body got me hitting poses like a mannequin. Look, you can catch me lifting dumbbells with Xena Boy. Cause she don't want a nigga who built like Breeden Boy. Brody so emaciated, please somebody feed the boy. I eat a 5-course meal and then I redeploy. I seen the way you shake weight, you trying to be employed? We can get a quick pump but we don't need the roids. Dynamic stretching, the method of prepping we enjoy. Ice cream on a Friday cause it's the cheat day. Got her back down on all fours, she need a knee brace. Hair tied back again, I guess I'm finna CK. Eat the nut, then she watch it down with the protein shake. Crazy top knocking nigga out, my girl a sleep aid. She need a Planet Fitness subscription, I got a prepaid. Bought her leg machine for the house, I ain't a cheapskate. Look, I'm trying to make this girl a keepsake. Glock right down with no release date. Cause girl, you got a fine body, my body. I'm probably needing that behind on me, grind on me. I'm if you losing my mind. Spin that ass back, girl, I need a rewind. Cause women like you, that ain't easy to find. Like Maki from the Fire Force or JJK. For either girl, I'm going down like my Mayday. Or you could be like a Tsunade with them triple D's. Or we go Italy, itty bitty titty committee, you with me? That's for another song. Usagiyama on my knob, I got a bunny on me. Hold me down, animalistic gorilla gripping on. She got a bear cat, bitch wrong. She got a 6-pack and I ain't talking alcohol. And I know she throw it back like a lateral. All natural, cause you worked on it.
Get on my. You left me all alone, my fears circled round me till I disappeared. How could I be wrong? Try to lend a hand. You look me in the eye, left with no goodbye. I know I can make it. You say something? The city is poison. I hear all my voices tell me. They tell me that I'm gonna know. Always touching go. I can feel it breaking my soul. I'm gonna know. I will take control. I leave my way from the road. I'm gonna know. Always touching go. I can feel it breaking my soul. I'm gonna know. I will take control. I leave my way from the road. Into a dream. It's funny. For all the ones who doubted me. It's in it, brought me to my knees. No one will understand it. No one will want us like you do. Just like you do. No one ain't back with a good try. But I'm me, I'm the door now. When I see that, but just another time. No one ain't back with a good try. But I'm me, I'm the door now. When I see that, but just another time.
Explore new ways to tune into your music with Spotify Premium. Smart Shuffle adds recommendations into your playlist to show you new sounds. Or you can make music a shared experience when you host a jam, where you and your friends can add songs and listen in together. Tap the banner to learn more.
Sometimes creating an ad campaign can feel like you're talking on mute. But advertising on Spotify can help your business turn up the volume. Our easy-to-use Ads Manager lets you create new audio ads from scratch or repurpose existing video assets. We'll deliver your ad to an engaged audience that is ready to hear and see your message. It's that simple. Learn more at ads.spotify.com.
I'm not keeping it strict, I really don't miss. I'm guaranteed hits like a domain. I don't care about their age or their touch like their name. Unite them with true pain. Oh, I missed the left, right, good night. Combos hit like an AK. Body shot, make my body pop, mini rock, turn to a dog, then hit the nay.
Sorcerer step left, right, then left. Lean. Sorcerer step left, right, then left. Beat go Tortulas backwards. That would bitch inside potential.
Like Todo, I love me a jiggle back, but I'm talking about that when I lay it clap. Now me got burst like bubble wrap. Can't let that slide to it in a pack. Shicey so sure when you see the mask coming through way.
Ah, shit.
Mix red and blue plus switch on hollow purple and turn blocks too shy crack. I'm a hito, I am body hating. One beat with me, all you see is heaven's gate. Slow, sir, a step left, right, and then left. Would have thought his boy was making his dad the way he ran off and left his friend. Lean, slow, sir, a step left, right, and then left. If you're useless like Brimgel, you get put on the bench.
Shawty bad, but we don't talk about it. She got a dumpy in the back, you gotta walk around it. She got expensive outfits, so tell the kids get out the house. I'm about to get you routed. You're a forger, but she ain't faking this. Straight sipping, got her begging for a taste of it. She experienced, she take it to the base of it. She swallow it all, she ain't into wasting shit. Waste her hits, my favorite. It's all the fine her face admit. She wants to sit on top of mine, I make commit and make her rich as dollar signs. And take her coast to coast, you bark a hell of a
You mean the monsters?
She don't do shit for free, but she a freak. We was all alone. Then I would hit it and quit it. I ain't a shadow clone. Most of these strongest senoritas live in Navajo. Powdered back and pulling delis, but now I'm back as old. Losing me, they call the beast me and got upset. Just made a son fruit snacks, so think it got impressed. Milky Bobby goes trying to get on top of me next. That's how I want you go pretend that you was not impressed. And stand on my wrist, bitch, I'm pink chili. Long belly, big titties, my chopper, pretty dilly. They know this can't impress us, all you bitches going missing. And if you anything like Paul, you probably ain't deserve 'em. I always ain't deserve 'em. Ain't never need coercion. I know the difference between perfection and perversion. That's why they always coming back to the punch of recursion. The way I'ma throw it back with a head for surgery.
I still have not gotten energy. I'm not gotten it's like a single energy whatsoever. I've not gotten like a single energy yet from this G.
I slowly started to remember who I am. And I did what I have done so many times in my life. Pick myself up off the floor, put myself back together, and come back here to remind all of you just who in the hell I am. I can only die by my own hands. I'm bothered by you niggas. I be busy with romance, chilling with something pretty that'll offer you no chance. Stepping on at the back door and I slow dance, yeah. And she get it, she ain't sweating. She know that my style different than the quality of thread. And I say, baby, problems come and I'm known to be the end of you safe. But I'll turn our beautiful day to the red wedding. I see the face of a troubled man in the mirror. Stories through bloodshot, survival from being a sinner. I up my shit quicker, the visual get clearer. Still tip the waitress, though there's blood and not dinner. I got you, baby. I get shivers from your face. You tell me I'm crazy, but clearly that's your taste. I give you the good in me and profit off of the bad. Now sit there and look pretty while I go and get this bag. I deliver y'all pain, pleasure, and torture. Blood, tears, and letting the stick blow like reporters. The one you treasure are mimics. So look inside and see forges. You niggas are yourself. The tellers in your deportment. But our wounds in the open bleed out in time of turning mistakes and trauma behind them permanents. Yeah, I did myself a disservice by wasting time on a bitch that never really deserved it. Throwing dick around as a therapy from the hurt and then emotions get involved. I skeeve and get to curving it. Fuck boy, but deep in my spirit it felt rotten. All these niggas that won't smoke with me ain't never had that option. Ain't giving much attention, but my text still popping. Ain't replying so long I forgot all of the topics. Damn. End result of the crash out. Crawled out the fire with flipped. I'm pulling glass out. The scar something pretty. I wear 'em when I bring the bag out. And now I'm throwing stones cause I don't live in a glass house. This dope smoke shit at your lungs and make you pass out. I suggest you back out before something back out. Bang 'em. Ripping every tat on your back out. Beat your bitch at the hospital and I'm blowing her back out. I mean, yeah, there ain't a place I won't go to. I could fuck your world up and I'll snatch your soul too. Love a chick that lock it up and I love the hoes too. The wrist freeze like it's beefing with Goku. From talking about it, you don't really love me cause the bull my piccolo. I got reach and I got pull my Yajirobe. Stay round pussy and stay full. My Egyptian cotton, the cloth different. You used to war. My niggas pushing fed trying to act like they movers. I don't care about them little blues that you sell. Junior about M's. Bobbity possessing my account. You hurt you. We in different classes. Better watch your mouth. Purple stones on the bracelet. Got Hakai on my wrist. You Yamcha. Try to stop my green and die in this bitch. The money search like Majin Buu. For me, there's no impossible. You bum. Captain Ginyu wouldn't body swap with you. The old mega hawk. Your whole block can get a box with you. I do what I gotta do. Everything dies. This Zamasu. Say no everything on your timeline can be gone with you. All you gon' hear is a what he done. Then it's goodbye for you. Built like Parunga and got a couple shooters, bro. A couple hand waves and shit fire like future trucks. Hop in the wave like Kamehameha and heard they learning quick. I get a shell on your back like the turtle hermit. Never been worried by niggas saying they harming me. I'm more of a danger to myself than you niggas are to me. It's on sight till it's on sight and you live hard to see. Rejected as an organ donor. You don't want no parts of me. Life falls, but I picked up mine. Though it ain't what it was, I don't miss those times. Grimy if it's masked up and bust a big gun fine. The chick spin my body around like a 619. I'm ill and I'm paid when I smile. She checking her face on my grill. Ain't no shame in my aches. I put pain to the page cause I feel it brings change to the loss. So the payments inside them fulfilled. My heart been in shards that I wear on my arm cause it's real. Hang with every drop of blood and tear from my body. Unapologetic skin of vibranium. What could stop me? Came to terms with the fact I'm the only one that could drop me. Tight roping with my sanity but never moving sloppy. The fall is something wicked. This isn't my first round. Where did I fall now? I hover off the ground before I hit it. I choose to thumb through blues. So suffered its abuse. Used to think it can't be I, then you turn, then it's you. Devil in my ear, trying to keep me from the booth. Trying to send me where I was, got me jumping off my roof. Telling me that I'm the enemy and I fight cause it ain't true. None of your small problems be more than this, so I ain't wasting time on you. Y'all niggas love to say that y'all want the smoke but can't justify why I should. Ain't no money in it, no gain to upstate. I do shit you wish you could. I ain't sweating nothing, these niggas on it. They don't do what they say they would. Using characters to play characters, you see them, then it's all good. Everything I do iconic, you know it's true, be honest. Everybody can view the polish, touch round get blue like Sonic. The main course and the garnish, you lost your great like a tarnish. You broken chasing a parlay, so why the fuck are we talking? Hush, I'm leaving here to yap and come back and get the sun in them. They love to act invincible, so I'm the man in front of them. Dang, daddy's home, you must be fucking the brain. Plotting to overthrow me, I hold you in front of a train. Like, fuck is you saying? Better watch what you asking, or you dodging the shots, looking like Lil Kim dancing. Facing your pack, ain't no puffing or passing. You puff your chest and I'm passing shots to your pump till you pass it. Yeah, I pay attention to y'all statements. Fix what you think is saying before you fix your face to say it. Confident, go walk around with everything you chasing. Go swallow piss, you act like you hit but your hands shaking. Niggas only good at copping, please. I'm optimum, you obsolete. Opposition stands before you, none you look like.
Don't touch.
Optimist, you up till you get rocked to sleep. Chopper speak, toss your whip in the air like Rocket League. Boom, you feel it when I walk in the room. Boom, the shiver up your spine as I loom. The string puller like harps that's keeping y'all in tune. Don't talk about my moms like you talking to doom. You can't afford the brand, don't try to walk in my shoes. You look round in the night like I ain't talking to you. Go along every tune, it ain't a just, it's a truth. Don't get lost and confused, just adjust to the truth. Never been afraid to obsess about what I love. I send shit flying when push come to shove. My phone don't ring when niggas try to call my bluff. I hold you pussy niggas up by your scrub. I'm one of the illest, really, but killing you niggas been on the pillar. So I show up when I'm on my list. It's about big business. Lovebird still singing bloody, but I'm dealing through none of my love and had to remind myself of this feeling and back.
Free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178.
So I got the title from her, but still no energy. Just give me the energy. I don't even know why you gave me the title for her. Like, I always end up getting the 1% for this game. Every time. Stop giving me titles half of the time. I just want the character thing. Balance. You Quincy's don't really care about balance. You do realize that, right? Quincy says balance like they actually care about it. Because if you cared about balance, you wouldn't be killing half of the motherfuckers. You care about balance. You motherfucking Quincy's wouldn't be destroying souls if you care about balance. Hey, when motherfuckers care about balance, but the whole thing, the whole race, literally does not balance a damn thing. Your Quincy's things is literally about exterminating souls. You don't cleanse them. You exterminate them. You destroy the soul entirely. So you're not balancing a damn thing.
I remember I was hurting, I was at the point of breaking. I didn't realize that was part of God's plan, that was all preparation. I was saying that God had to go through the fire, the pressure required to shake me, to be ready for what's gonna wake me. Man, I battle bro and hit a trumpet sound, knowing on his window when he come around. Used to run from purpose, I became a set up, now I'm running through it, and I run around. Man, the life I lived, I had to turn around. I was giving knowledge, I was coming down, I was stripping, put myself in bad positions. Man, I really should be laying underground, but I'm never fading. Over adversity, levitating, got his word in my heart, yes, I'm meditating. Now my spirit is settled, no hesitation. Man, I'm ready for war, no reservation. Watch me move up in like I'm medicated. I ain't medicated, I'm just dedicated. Marching forward to the promised land, and I feel like I'm motivated more than ever. The spirit got me on a different level. I feel like I'm really better than I ever been. Going places I ain't never been. Preaching heights I ain't never been. Kings, but it didn't gotta be everything. Man, it gotta be like you don't believe in me, then I'm not happy. Yeah, back on the 120. And my purpose embracing it fully. To my haters, I'm back on my bullet. But the family know that we good. But the family know that we good. Like a chef, we ready to cook. When they gather, we never get shook. But we ready for war. We ready for war. We ready for war. We ready for war. Only God who can do me no.
Otherwise, get the hell out my face with your whining.
I swear we can't go more than a week without someone complaining about something.
We also can't go more than one season without giving this Seapod sucker some busted team up. He can't keep getting away with this, whining about getting poked at by some tiny squids. It's hardly an issue, you're just a crybaby. Hardly an issue? First you had that stupid ice squid with Frosty over there. Why does a squid need 300 health? And it slows people.
In my defense, Dive was pretty busted back then.
Then it was that gas team up with the Jolly Green bastard that gave you a giant fucking laser beam on a squid.
What the fuck? You know what? He's not wrong. Low-key, that's valid.
So what's the problem? Yes. And for a second I was almost happy for once in my life. Just to find out they gave you an anti-heal AoE splash and more fucking undead squids.
You know this wouldn't be a problem if you would just shoot the squids on sight. It's not that hard.
Tell that to the lobotomized squirrels I get for teammates. Okay, so I got a few good team-ups. So what? If it's that much a problem, then you should just swap. Swap? Swap?
Swap.
Having fun because you can't stop being a team-up merchant? Fuck that. And you too.
I think this is more personal than it looks.
Ban this motherfucker!
Nigga said, ban this motherfucker.
Y'all hear that? That cat must have been from Master Piccolo, and everyone stole it in.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional.
You just ruined Planet Seven.
What's wrong, Mr. Piccolo?
Oh my God. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Gelsly back here with another video. Now look here, man. For those who don't know, I did start a live channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on my streaming zone. But that don't mean I forgot about y'all. Today we got the Dap Up. This might be the most phenomenal series I've watched so far.
Yes, indeed. This is going to be an interesting
Saitama and Nikita versus Piccolo and GTA Barber. No words. This episode 1?
It's not just when you...
Yo. Don't start that, bro. Hold on. Y'all want to see something cool? I got my ear.
The no-look approach.
I like this because it's more nonchalant. What was you doing, Poppy? Got the old barber? Yo, these announcers. What's this man's name? I gotta learn. We're gonna do some homework today. I found them. Fucking skips. Like, what is the context?
Can't blame you, brother. Can't blame you.
He's a ghost. Even in the criminal underworld, most only know him as a barcode. No name, no past, no records. A man who shouldn't exist, but does. Some say he's a myth, an urban legend whispered among the elite who fear they might be next. But I've seen the patterns, the consistency, the precision. This isn't fiction, this is reality. And reality is much more terrifying. His name is Agent 47, a product of engineering, genetics, and relentless conditioning. A man built for one purpose, to execute. No emotion, no hesitation, no failure. He's been called the world's deadliest assassin. And from what I've seen, that might not be an exaggeration. His success rate is unknown. Estimates put it above 90%. If those numbers are even remotely accurate, that makes him one of the most efficient killers in history. He has no signature method, because that would leave a pattern. Instead, he adapts. To the mission, to the terrain, to his targets. And in that adaptability lies the real danger. To have a better understanding of Agent 47, I'm going to break down 3 of his most infamous assassinations. Not just how he did it, but how he made the impossible look effortless. First of all, Paris, at the Palais de Walewska, a fashion show doubling as a clandestine auction for the world's most powerful criminals. High security, eyes everywhere. And yet, in the span of an evening, a man named Viktor Novikov, billionaire and covert FSB informant, was dead. No one saw it happen. No one even knew it happened, until it was too late. How did 47 do it? He didn't force his way in. He walked in. He became the environment. Security was at its peak. Metal detectors, guards at every entrance. But there were flaws, opportunities most wouldn't see. 47 didn't just find a way in. He found multiple. He posed as staff, a bartender, a waiter, a stagehand. Even as the fashion show's top model, eliminating the real one and taking his place with uncanny precision. The disguise didn't just let him move freely, it made him invisible. Then came the setup. He studied Novikov, tracked his movements, found weaknesses. Some say he poisoned his drink and watched from the crowd as Novikov collapsed. Others claim he sabotaged a lighting rig and crushed him under thousands of pounds of steel, turning his death into an accident. But the most chilling method, a sniper shot, a single silent round from a rifle stashed inside the rafters, hundreds of people, flashing cameras, a man on stage, and yet no one saw the kill, just a body hitting the floor. No gun, no trace, no witnesses. 47 didn't run. He didn't hide. He simply walked away before anyone even realized what had happened. That level of preparation is rare, nearly unheard of. I've seen assassins use brute force. Others rely on deception. But this was patience, precision, perfect execution. Another one of these infamous incidents happened to be in the same city, but this time during an opera. A crowded theater, a sold-out performance, and a target in plain sight. Alvaro Dalvade, a corrupt opera singer with deep criminal ties, was performing on stage. Richard Delahunt, a high-ranking U.S. ambassador, was watching from his private balcony. protected, untouchable, or so he thought. Agent 47 didn't just find a way in. He turned the entire performance into the kill itself. Backstage, he learned that one of the actors was supposed to fire a blank during the climax of the play, a fake execution scene. But 47 made one adjustment. He switched the prop gun with a real one, a single live round. He didn't have to pull the trigger. The actor did it for him, on stage, in front of thousands of witnesses, and no one suspected a thing. By the time anyone realized what had happened, he was already gone. No alarms, no chaos, just a dead man in plain sight, and a murderer that no one even knew existed. Most assassins need to be present to make the kill. They need control. But 47, he weaponized circumstance. He manipulated the moment so that the kill executed itself. That's what makes him so dangerous. No one even realized he was in the building. No fingerprints, no evidence, no noise. That's not just skill. That's mastery. One of his most impressive feat, however, was in Hokkaido, Japan. A private medical facility, isolated in the mountains. No weapons allowed. No way in or out without biometric access. A prison disguised as a luxury retreat. And inside, Eric Zoders, former ICA executive turned traitor. A man too important to simply kill. He needed to disappear. Any normal hitman would struggle. But 47, he adapted. Without his usual tools, he relied on intelligence. He infiltrated as a patient, studied the security, learned the facility's layout and its weaknesses, and then he found his opening. Zoders was undergoing a heart transplant, a high-tech, state-of-the-art operation. The very thing keeping him alive was also his greatest vulnerability. 47 didn't shoot him, didn't strangle him, didn't poison him. Instead, he sabotaged the surgical system. A small, unnoticed tweak. The machine glitched. The operation failed. And Zoders died on the table, the victim of what appeared to be a tragic medical error. No alarms, no panic. No one knew it was an assassination. And as the hospital mourned its unfortunate accident, 47 simply walked out the front door. Not a single drop of blood, not a single bullet fired. Just cold, calculated efficiency. I've seen killers before. Some work for money, some for power, some for chaos. But 47, he doesn't fit any of those categories. He kills because it's what he was made to do. It's not about ego, not about revenge. It's just a job. And that makes him harder to predict, harder to stop. But there's something else, a pattern, a subtle one. But it's there. For all his ruthless efficiency, there are lines he rarely crosses. Children are almost never targets. Civilians are ignored unless they become necessary casualties. It's not morality, it's calculation. But I have to wonder, is it Diana Burnwood, his handler, who's kept that restraint in check? Or is there something buried deep within him? Something even he doesn't fully understand? Of course, that doesn't change the reality. He remains an assassin. And if the mission demands it, if a child were truly a necessary collateral, he would pull the trigger, without hesitation. That's what makes him terrifying. And that's what makes him a target of surveillance. He is a ghost, a machine, a weapon perfected over decades of conditioning. The question isn't whether he'll succeed. The question is, will you even see him coming?
My dad died in February, and that Memorial Day, that was our first house event that we've ever been to, and that was the first time I didn't feel alone.
Our donations fund vital programs for the families of fallen service members. Visit vehiclesforveterans.org.
Because there are good times, and there are bad times. Give more love than humanly possible when you feed a Hills scientifically proven formula. Because you're only human, there's Hills.
Life finds a way. No matter how dire the circumstances, how impossible survival seems, life adapts, evolves. But humanity doesn't just survive, it thrives on adaptation. It monetizes it, weaponizes it, turns it into a resource. Even after the world burns, people find a way to profit from the ashes. This alternate timeline is proof of that. A world consumed by nuclear fire, yet humanity clings to existence, sometimes out of resilience, other times out of sheer stubbornness. This timeline diverged from ours long before the bombs fell. The space race, a pivotal moment in global history, played out differently. In our world, the competition between the United States and the Soviet Union was fierce. Milestone after milestone, both sides pushed boundaries. Sputnik 1, launched by the Soviets in 1957, marked the beginning. But in this alternate timeline, the United States didn't just compete, they dominated. The Soviets had early successes, but the Americans surged ahead, claiming the moon and beyond. Technological advancement became less about exploration and more about superiority. Space was no longer the final frontier. It was just another battleground. Yet, for all their advancements, humanity's worst enemy remained itself. The resource wars erupted over oil, uranium, anything that could sustain a power-hungry world. Diplomatic talks gave way to threats. Threats gave way to missiles. And on October 23, 2077, the world ended. The Great War. 2 hours. That's all it took to erase nations, to turn thriving cities into irradiated ruins. Billions perished in the blink of an eye. But some planned ahead. Vault-Tec, a corporation presented as humanity's savior. They promised safety through underground vaults. They were experiments, social engineering on a grotesque scale, isolation tests, forced genetic manipulation, psychological torture. People weren't protected, they were studied. Vault-Tec turned survival into a laboratory, human lives into data points. It's the kind of corporate greed that thrives when accountability vanishes. In Gotham, I've seen companies bend ethics for profit. Vault-Tec shattered them entirely. Then there's the Enclave, the shadow of a fallen government. They infiltrated Vault-Tec, corrupting its purpose. Maybe, just maybe, the company's original goal was genuine, preserving humanity. But the Enclave's obsession with purity, their willingness to sacrifice lives for their vision, that's not survival. That's tyranny. Imagine stepping out of a vault after generations underground, expecting salvation, finding devastation, mutated landscapes, twisted creatures born from radiation and desperation. Survival demands adaptation, but in this wasteland, adaptation isn't always enough. Raiders turned brutality into culture, merchants commodified suffering, and yet, civilization, if you can call it that, emerged from the rubble. People built settlements, forged alliances, and redefined currency. Bottle caps, value assigned to scraps of the old world. The irony isn't lost on me. Humanity obliterated itself and still clings to the concept of wealth. Vault-Tec wasn't the only corporate giant to capitalize on the apocalypse. Robco, Nuka-Cola, and other pre-war conglomerates embedded themselves into the very fabric of post-war society. In the ruins of civilization, their branding still echoes. Bottle caps became currency, vending machines turned into lifelines, and pre-war technology became coveted relics. But among them, one figure stands out. Robert House, business magnate, visionary, egomaniac. House predicted the war, prepared for it, and when the bombs fell, he survived, not just physically, but economically. Encased in life support technology of his own design, he outlived governments, outlasted nations, and emerged as the de facto ruler of New Vegas. His influence isn't built on violence, it's built on capitalism refined to an art form. He controls resources, security, and infrastructure with ruthless efficiency. In a world where most leaders resort to brutality, House uses contracts, negotiations, and calculated manipulation. Morality? Irrelevant. Results? Unquestionable. It's the kind of system that thrives in a dystopia. No laws to hinder deals, no ethics committees to question motives, just raw ambition dictating the rules. Penguin would admire the setup, power through wealth, influence through scarcity.
People gamble away what little they have under House's neon-lit dominion, believing in luck, while House calculates every outcome. His vision isn't rebuilding humanity. It's preserving his version of civilization, one where he sits at the top. There's no illusion of equality, only winners and losers, buyers and sellers, kings and pawns. But what intrigues me most is the legend surrounding Vault 76. Official records label it a control vault, untouched by the experiments that plagued the others. Its purpose: preserve unaltered human genetics, a time capsule of pre-war humanity. Yet, rumors suggest otherwise. Stories of its dwellers performing feats that defy logic, surviving encounters that would crush even the most resilient supermutant, facing down creatures like scorch beasts, winged horrors with sonar shrieks, capable of disorienting and killing. Reports of 76 dwellers walking away from skirmishes where entire factions fell. No enhancements, no genetic tampering, just human will. Or so it's said. Logically, these accounts are exaggerated. Legends grow in the retelling. But consistency in rumors, that's harder to dismiss. If Vault 76 dwellers truly exhibit such resilience, the question becomes, why? Was there an undisclosed experiment? Or is it something less tangible? Sheer determination born from being tasked with rebuilding the world. Human potential is often underestimated, until survival demands otherwise. If individuals like that exist, people who can not only endure the wasteland but thrive in it, it raises possibilities. Potential leaders, or potential threats. Humanity born from chaos tends to embrace it. Will they restore order, or exploit the lawlessness? Chaos creates opportunities, and opportunity, unchecked, breeds corruption. Yet, there's hope. Among settlements, there's talk of rebuilding, not just surviving, but thriving. Farmers reclaim irradiated soil. Families risk everything to give their children a future. Even in darkness, humanity sparks light, fragile, flickering, but persistent. Evolution isn't just biological, it's social, philosophical. The wasteland stripped humanity down to its core instincts, but instinct alone doesn't rebuild civilizations. Choice does. Adaptation kept them alive. Values, if they remember them, will decide what they become. Monsters, or something better. Legends like the Vault 76 dwellers may be myth, or they may be the foundation of a new era. Order forged from ruin, or chaos solidified into permanence. Humanity evolves. That's inevitable. The question isn't if, it's how, and whether, when faced with the weight of survival, they remember what it means to be human. There's always hope amidst the ashes.
You got your back, sister. So just keep moving forward.
So, blessed corpse spine, blessed rib cage.
Contingency Plan Code. Detox. That's the code name for the plan. A necessary purge to neutralize the toxin that one man has become. He began as a nobody, a small-time pusher with family ties to crime. His uncle, Nelson, alias UN for United Nations, was a veteran drug trafficker known for dealing anything to anyone. Under his uncle's tutelage, this street-savvy nephew learned the trade young. It's the only family he had, and the only legacy he knew. When the authorities finally caught up with Uncle Nelson's side business, the old man was taken down by federal agents. In the chaos, the nephew fled, driving a beat-up RV into the night, with his old life in flames behind him. He hoped to disappear in a nowhere place called Highland Point, a grungy West Coast city rotting with crime. But the local cartel had other ideas. Before he could even catch his breath, they blew his getaway RV sky high. An assassination attempt. He crawled from the wreckage broke, alone, and furious. In that moment, something in him changed. He went from a scared young man on the run to a predator determined to never be prey again. With nothing but a duffel bag of his uncle's wisdom and a burning will to survive, he set out to build an empire of his own. Now he's the kingpin of Highland Point's drug trade, rising from the ashes in record time. His extensive knowledge of chemistry and botany, likely inherited from his uncle's operations, allows him to manufacture a whole spectrum of narcotics. Marijuana grows, clandestine meth labs, synthetic psychedelics. He can cook or concoct anything if it gets people hooked. Each new drug variant he creates is more potent or more bizarre than the last. I've analyzed residues of his product. Some batches induce unusual effects: paranoia, euphoria, hallucinations. Not unlike the fear toxins I've seen Dr. Crane use, except this isn't about terror as a weapon, but addiction for profit. In another life, his scientific talent could have been used for good. He has the intellect of a pharmacologist, but like so many misguided souls, he's chosen to poison people rather than heal them. He's honed more than just chemistry. On the streets, he's practically a ghost. He moves his drugs through back alleys and hidden drop-offs with a stealth that belies his ambition. He learned early how to evade law enforcement, slipping past police patrols, using skateboards to weave through back streets and avoid car chases, using kids as lookouts, even stashing contraband in public, dead drop points, so he's not caught holding the goods. He operates mostly at night, blending into Highland Point's neon-lit underbelly. Security cameras somehow miss him. Informants clam up when asked. He's cultivated an aura of fear and unpredictability, and when violence is necessary, he doesn't hesitate. He's fought off rival gang members in alley brawls, wielding pipes or knives with ruthless intent. He's procured firearms as well, a cheap handgun tucked in his waistband at all times, and rumor is he's not afraid to pull the trigger. He's no martial artist, but he's a brawler, scrappy, vicious, and utterly focused on survival. Cornered once by a trio of cartel enforcers, he reportedly took them down in a frantic firefight, outnumbered but too desperate to die. That feral determination makes him dangerous. I see echoes of Bane's ambition in him. Though he lacks Bane's brute strength, he matches the cunning. And there's a touch of Scarecrow's methods too, altering minds with chemicals, albeit for wealth, not ideology. Psychologically, he's driven by a volatile mix of fear and greed. Fear from that night, he almost died in the desert. He'll never let himself be that vulnerable again. Greed, because once he tasted power in Highland Point's underworld, it became an addiction of its own. Those who dealt with him describe him as paranoid, calculating, and implacably ambitious. He trusts almost no one. In fact, one of his earliest accomplices, a dealer named Benji, is suspected by many to be an undercover cop, a possibility that, true or not, has only fed the Kingpin's distrust. He keeps even his partners at arm's length. He communicates through burner phones and one-way drop messages, or even old payphones when contacting his uncle's old contacts. Anything to stay untraceable. This paranoia is both a strength and a weakness. It makes him hard to catch, but it also isolates him. He has no close friends, no real loved ones left. His only loyalty was to Uncle Nelson, and now to the empire he's building. In his mind, I suspect he justifies his actions as necessary. He likely tells himself that the world is corrupt and brutal. What he's doing is just playing the game to win. He's seen what happens to the weak, and it terrifies him. So he vowed to be the one on top, no matter the cost. Deep down, there's a tragedy to it. This young man, let's call him the chemist, for the sake of this case file, could have been a force for good. With his intellect and adaptability, he might have started a legitimate business, or pioneered medical research into pain relief. But instead he's become a peddler of misery, a lord of despair. It brings to mind other villains I've faced, people like Dr. Langstrom or Pamela Isley, who let obsessions twist their gifts into curses. Or that infamous line I heard once, "I don't want to cure cancer, I want to turn people into dinosaurs." He hasn't quite said that aloud, but in practice he might as well have. Every batch of his designer drugs, every special blend he brags about, is another example of brilliant knowledge used to destroy rather than create. And unlike the theatrics of Joker, or the grandiose ideology of Ras Al Ghul, this foe's motive is chilling in its banality. Money and power. Somehow that makes it even more necessary to stop him, because he won't burn himself out with insanity or delusions of grandeur. His methodical, business-like evil could run unchecked for years unless someone intervenes. That's where I come in. For weeks now I've been tracking the chemist's operations from the shadows. Highland Point isn't my city, but the pattern of crime is familiar. I've watched from rooftops as his pushers hand off dime bags to wide-eyed teenagers in club parking lots. I've listened in on hushed midnight conversations in alleyways where his name, or rather his many nicknames, are spoken in reverence and fear. I tailed a shipment of precursor chemicals through the docks and quietly sabotaged it, making it look like an accident. He's been losing supply without knowing why. I can sense his panic growing. 2 nights ago, I broke up a street deal and interrogated one of his mid-level dealers. The man was terrified, not of jail, but of what his boss might do if he talked. It took some persuasion and dangling him off a 3rd-story fire escape to get useful information. But it paid off. I now have a clearer picture of the chemist's network, key safe houses, distribution points, and personnel. He's converted an old Chinese restaurant's basement into a mixing lab, under the nose of its owner. He secretly rents out a rundown textile sweatshop, fittingly named the Sweatshop, as a front for pill presses and hydroponic grows. Even the landlady, an elderly woman known as Mrs. Ming, is on his payroll, doubling as one of his customers. He's bought loyalty or silence at various levels. Even a few police officers in Highland Point are rumored to look the other way when his shipments come through. This is a deep-rooted operation, grown like a weed in just months. But he has weaknesses. Physically, he's only human. A young man in his prime, perhaps, but he's no meta, no super soldier. He bleeds, he tires, he can be knocked out like anyone else. He carries a gun because he's not confident enough to face threats unarmed. In a straight fight, without his thugs or tricks, he wouldn't last long against me. Psychologically, he's cracking under the pressure of his own empire. His paranoia means he sees betrayal everywhere. I can work with that. His ego, earned from outsmarting the local police and outmaneuvering the cartel, makes him think he's untouchable. That, too, I can exploit. And crucially, he still has one soft spot left. The ghost of Uncle Nelson hovers over him. I suspect he still calls his uncle from payphones for advice, perhaps even seeks approval from the old man who's now behind bars.
Leo's working hard, growing. Pampers is working hard, keeping him dry. Only Pampers Swathers has the Keep Dry liner to keep him comfortably dry. Pampers, behind every baby.
POV, you're a bonkers herb pup.
Bronze Smart IPL. Enjoy 2 years free from hair and hair removal.
Nissan Rogue has been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 11 years in a row. Drive the award-winning Nissan Rogue today.
At Marshalls, our buyers hustle 24/7, so you never have to compromise on quality or price. We're getting you a better deal because we believe.
There's a fragment of that scared nephew inside him. If it comes down to it, I can use Nelson's influence. Perhaps even have the uncle appeal to him to surrender once I corner him. It might save the nephew's life if things go south. I doubt the chemist will listen, but it's a card to keep in reserve. This operation is a multi-step strategy to dismantle his entire operation and bring him in, with minimal collateral damage. The first step would be to cut off his supply. His drug empire is a beast that feeds on chemicals and cash. I will starve it. Over the next several nights, I'll target every lab and stash house he operates. One by one, they will go dark. I'll orchestrate it subtly at first, making it look like freak accidents or internal foul play. A distillation rig in his main lab will mysteriously explode. I've already planted a small charge timed to blow when no one's inside. It will destroy his equipment but cause no casualties. A delivery van carrying his latest batch of custom pills will never reach its destination. I've arranged for an anonymous tip to the highway patrol to seize it. He'll blame the police or fate, not yet realizing someone is systematically undermining him. With each loss, he'll grow more desperate, and desperate men make mistakes. Next, I'll disrupt his communications and sow mistrust. I've hacked into the network of burner phones his crew uses. Nothing sophisticated, just disposable phones and a rudimentary encrypted messaging app. I can inject false messages or intercept real ones. At dawn, I'll send a quiet text to his phone from an alias he doesn't recognize, warning that one of his lieutenants is a snitch. It doesn't matter if he believes it fully. The seed of doubt will be planted. I anticipate he'll react by cutting that person out or confronting them harshly. Either way, his organization will fracture. I'll do this carefully, sparingly. Too much misinformation, and he might realize it's an outside attack. The goal is to heighten his existing paranoia, turn it into a poison. He won't know who to trust or where the next blow is coming from. Simultaneously, I'll jam or monitor his communications at critical moments. When he tries to call for backup, he'll get silence. If he reaches out to the cartel in a truce or to buy new supplies, I'll make sure those calls fail or are rerouted to me. I want him isolated, cut off from his allies, suppliers, and escape routes. Moreover, I'll remove his enforcers. Though he keeps few close, he does have some muscle around when he moves large shipments or handles business meetings. I count perhaps half a dozen thugs who owe him favors or money. I plan to neutralize them before the final confrontation. Some can be intimidated into fleeing Highland Point. I'll leave a few of my calling cards. A dark swoop, a guttural warning from the shadows.
Hey, how's it going?
The smart ones will take the hint and disappear. Those who don't will be dealt with directly, knocked out and bound for the police to find with evidence of their crimes. One way or another, when the moment comes to face their boss, he'll stand alone. Lastly,
I'm just playing ALS to have fun, basically. That's it.
given his patterns, he's likely to retreat to his last secure location once he feels the walls closing in. That will probably be the safe house at the sweatshop, an abandoned factory floor where he's consolidated his remaining inventory and cash. It's relatively secluded, with heavy
I do
doors.
play some other games, but it also depends on what it is. So,
He doesn't know I've already done reconnaissance there. I've memorized the layout, the catwalks, the skylights, the fuse box location. When he holds up there, I'll be ready. Nightfall is when I will strike, when he's most on edge and exhausted. I'll cut the power to the building first, plunging his fortress into darkness. To him, it will feel like another accident, or perhaps sabotage by a traitor. His nerves will be shot, adrenaline spiking. In the confusion, I will enter silently. Perhaps through a roof skylight he's forgotten to padlock. In pitch black, I own the advantage. I have infrared lenses in my cowl. I can see him even if he can't see me. He'll likely call out, jittery, cursing at shadows to show themselves.
you're AFK in what raid?
One by one, any remaining henchman will vanish from his side. A chokehold in the dark, a silent takedown. He might hear a faint thump, a groan, nothing more. By the time he realizes he's truly alone, he'll already be cornered by fear. Finally, it will be just him and me. I expect at this point he'll be armed, clutching that pistol of his with sweaty palms, maybe a knife in the other hand. He might also try one of his own creations as a last resort, perhaps dousing the area in a chemical gas or threatening to inject himself with some strength-boosting narcotic. I've planned for all of that. My suit's built-in rebreather will protect me from airborne toxins. I'll engage it the moment I kill the lights.
Oh yeah, for Ukiota, right? For Ukiota, right?
Say, a syringe laced with a lethal dose. I'll be ready to counteract it and disarm him quickly. When I reveal myself, it will be on my terms. Perhaps a single batarang flying out of the darkness to knock the gun from his hand. Before he can recover, I'll step from the shadows, cape and cowl looming. He'll finally come face to face with the Batman. I suspect he will lash out. They almost always do. He might swing that knife wildly, or throw a stash of cash in my face as a distraction and run. It won't matter. I'm faster, better trained. I'll evade his panic strikes with ease. He'll be fighting a phantom, hitting nothing but air, and I'll dismantle his offense with a few precise blows. A nerve strike to make his knife hand go limp. A sweep kick to bring him to his knees. He'll realize, as so many criminals before him have, that he's outmatched.
Yeah, I'm grinding Dio over Heaven since I'm bored because I don't have him because you're waiting for Rimuru to come out.
The only vehicle he had left. The car in the garage won't start. The spark plugs are gone. Try to skateboard away into the alleys. Not tonight. I scattered caltrops outside every exit. His wheels will be shredded. Try to disappear into the city. I have drones monitoring the perimeter and the local police on standby to seal the blocks around. He's effectively caged, even if he doesn't know it yet. As I subdue him, I intend to strike not just his body, but his spirit. This is a crucial part of the contingency. Men like him, whose lives have been one long fight out of fear, sometimes do irrational things when cornered. I need him to give up willingly, not force me into a situation where I or someone else might have to do something drastic. So I'll talk to him. Yes, in that moment of confrontation, I'll do the unexpected. I'll engage the kid in dialogue, Batman to criminal. A few quiet words can hit harder than a punch. I'll remind him of the truth he's been running from. All this, and for what? Your uncle's legacy. He wanted better for you. Or did you
Oh no, I'm saying I'm grinding Dio over Heaven. I'm grinding Dio over Heaven since I don't have him. I don't have him, and I don't have Dio over Heaven, and I don't have Gara.
pills last week? You probably don't even know her name. She's in a coma at St. Mary's now. Her parents are praying she wakes up. This is what your empire is built on. He needs to feel the weight of his crimes.
Yeah, I have everyone else besides Gara and Dio over Heaven. I have everyone else.
No different from the ones who once might have sold to his own friends or family. I will also make comparisons he can't ignore. You're proud of being the king of a rotten city. I've seen others like you. Men who thought being on top made them invincible. There was one who pumped himself full of the drug to gain strength. It only led to his downfall. Another spread the fear toxin in Gotham. He was untouchable. Now he rots in Arkham. You're not special. You're just next. My tone will be icy, factual.
I need to get this Poochie too.
That this plan was in motion long before he ever realized, and that his schemes never stood a chance. That realization, that he's utterly outclassed and has lost everything he clung to, money, product, allies, reputation. This will break the fight in him. By the end of this confrontation, he will be dismantled, physically disarmed and restrained, psychologically disillusioned. I'll bind his hands with industrial zip cuffs and ensure any evidence of his crimes at the scene is ready for law enforcement. I've coordinated with trustworthy members of the Highland Point Police, the few not on the take, to arrive once I signal. They'll find the chemist beaten and exhausted, surrounded by what's left of his drug operation, and open and shut.
Lads, Big Mom just became Big Mommy, especially after the new figurine of her from the Rocks Pirates era dropped. Because let me tell you, the One Piece Gooners are going to have a field day with this one. This figure is actually so diabolical. I can't even show the full image here, or it would get me demonetized. But now I see why a lot of pirates were willing to overlook the fact that Big Mom let anyone hit. Because young Big Mom was more of a baddie than I ever realized. And what I do know is that Big Mom's hat, which is also a host, definitely has been traumatized over the last 40 years. Because I guarantee Bro has seen way too much. If anything, this figure highlights why people think Big Mom fell off. But yeah, you can tell me Rocksteady's event did try to hit at least once. Lads, Big Mom just became Big Mommy, especially after the new figurine of her from the Rocks Pirates era dropped. Because let me tell you, Nintendo spent how much on Pokemon games? Listen, I know it sounds, no. injection of what we make back into it and make polished games that are as big as they should be? Yes! I don't know. Sounds like a silly idea to me. Some indie games have higher budgets and more content, and they're almost never full price. With this news, Pokemon games should never cost more than $40. But y'all are gonna buy it anyway, right? Game Freak, if you're in trouble, say something! Nintendo spent how much on Pokemon games? Listen, I know it sounds. No. Estimates are saying you spent about $100 million on Zelda. But these leaks are saying you spent $13 million on Vita A?
I'm cooking Jujutsu Kaisen. All right, bro. Let's go.
My muscles are getting bigger. Ooh.
So I finally got to play the Unobtainable DLC for Arkham Origins on consoles, and that is cold. So someone on Reddit asked why Shunsui chose to stay a one-eyed grandpa rather than healing it up, and the reason isn't what you think it is. We all know that during the Quincy Revenge arc, Goryu's grandpa used his American Quincy technique to destroy one of Shunsui's eyes. But even after the war, Shunsui chose to put on an eye patch instead of getting healed. Now, if you are an average Bleach fan, your answer would be that he remained one-eyed for honor like Old Man Yama or something like that. But that isn't the case with Shunsui, since he's the type of person who was recruiting Aizen and telling other fellows that honor died on the beach. So, besides the fact that it looks cool, the only thing that makes sense is that initially, he actually didn't get the time to get it healed up, and later, after seeing his Zanpakuto spirits, he chose to be one-eyed forever for two obvious reasons. So someone on Reddit asked why Shunsui chose to stay a one-eyed grandpa rather than healing it up, and the reason isn't what you think it is. We all know that during the Quincy Revenge arc, Goryu's grandpa used his American Quincy technique to destroy one of Shunsui's eyes. But even after the war, Shunsui chose to put on an eye patch instead of getting healed. Now, if you are an average Bleach fan, your answer would be that he remained one-eyed for honor like Old Man Yama or something like that. But that isn't the case with Shunsui, since he's the type of person who was recruiting Aizen and telling other fellows that honor died on the beach. So, besides the fact that it looks cool, the only thing that makes sense is that initially, he actually didn't get the time to get it healed up, and later, after seeing his Zanpakuto spirits, he chose to be one-eyed forever for two obvious reasons. So someone on Reddit asked why Shunsui chose to stay a one-eyed grandpa rather than healing it up, and the reason isn't what you think it is. We all know that during the Quincy Revenge arc, Goryu's grandpa used his American Quincy technique to destroy one of Shunsui's eyes. But even after the war, Shunsui chose to put on an eye patch instead of getting healed. Now, if you are an average Bleach fan, your answer would be that he remained one-eyed for honor like Old Man Yama or something like that.
No, Shunsui's not that type.
Are you sure he's coming to fight you? I hope he is. We haven't talked forever. Forever? Yeah, ever since he chopped up my friends and family and spelled happy birthday with their bodies.
Damn!
What was that? Around a week ago.
Oh, fuck no. Yep, he gotta go. Yeah, he gotta go.
Who's that? Your new friend? Hell no, I just joined you. Hey man, it's in a talk show. Stop yapping.
Stop yapping.
Wait, just like that? Hold on, let me get out before you go. Hello. Oh, dude. I'll come back later. What?
Wolverine's here. Yeah, Sabre's here. Yeah, like Wolverine and Sabretooth rivalry is like on site. These niggas always fight. Damn, nigga, that I heard that shit. I'm like, oh no, that's devious. Like, nah, he gotta go. That's some devious work right there. This ain't no talk show. Stop yapping. Hold on, let me get out before y'all. Logan, how you losing?
I'm about to show you in one game how bad the rank system is. Mind you, I am playing on a Silver 4 account. An account that hasn't even hit champ since like Ember Rise. Almost a cold restart. And this was my first rank match in over a month. Guys, this is my first game on in weeks. Can somebody explain to me who's I'm Silver 4? I'm pretty sure these are Elo Trappers, right? Is it number? Oh no, wait, didn't Elo Trappers get banned? It's my first game on. What is this? I hate Siege. I'm gonna get pissed on, dude. I have not been playing Siege. That's alright, I guess. I haven't played Siege in weeks, and the first game I play is against the number 1 stack. I'm not even mad at like who I'm playing against. I'm mad at the rank system because this is like I barely touched this account ever. I'm Silver 4. I know it's the hit MMR system, but this account has not been hitting champ, so I just shouldn't be playing these guys. They just fragged the shit out of this guy. Oh my god. These guys actually have some good takes. What is going on? Oh, this might be bad. Chat. Okay, these guys are actually legit. These guys are legit. These guys are legit. They know what they're doing. Oh, Fort no. What is going on? This is gonna be abysmal. Okay, I got one. Oh, he sees me. Oh, I tried to get him. Oh, I tried. I ain't gonna lie. I was playing like such a rat with that shotgun. Guy's like green. Oh my god. When the hell did he move up? Oh, he walked by my V. Yeah, this looks guy. Yeah, he just kind of. My god. My god. You know what? He got it, bro. Wait. That guy just farted on me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I actually got a shot. I see his head. And he decides to run out. Oh. Damn, with an SMG-12? Yeah, that was a close game. Close game. I'm about to show you in one game how bad the rank system is. Mind you, I am playing on a Silver 4 account. An account that hasn't even hit champ since like Ember Rise. Almost a cold restart. And this was my first rank match in over a month. Guys, this is my first game on in weeks. Can somebody explain to me? His vital signs look normal. I don't understand.
Now, I'm convinced that this blonde-haired girl from the anime Hero Without a Class Who Even Needs a Skill is by far the most annoying character throughout the entirety of the fall 2025 season, just for the simple fact that she's obsessed with the main protagonist on a degree that is low-key weird as fuck. Because for those of you who don't know what this anime is about, it basically follows a main protagonist.
What is your favorite anime of all time? I gotta go Hunter x Hunter. Why Hunter x Hunter? The dichotomy between Gon and Meruem is interesting to me. Who's your favorite character in Hunter x
Hisoka. Or Hisoka? Why Hisoka? That's a controversial take there. I like his fighting style. Like his fighting style. He's really interesting. Yeah. Interesting dynamic. Is it true that you have a Fin of Truth tattoo on your back? Yeah, I do. How long did that take? Like 5 hours from start to finish. 5 hours? Was it painful? Yeah, it was very painful. Very painful. That's crazy. What is your favorite anime of all time? I gotta go Hunter x Hunter. Why Hunter x Hunter? The dichotomy between Gon and called this meeting? Honestly, no idea. That would be me. I got something to say, and I'm saying with the chest. What?
Oh yeah.
Every single one of you go fuck yourselves. Hey, you can't talk to us like that. I'm gonna need you to stop talking right now. I will recycle you again. You wanna go round two? I will turn you into a toaster, you titty looking bitch. Who do you think you are? He ain't all that. He's a pilot. I can totally take him. I've been a pilot before. Bangalore, you fought a pilot from fucking Timu, okay? And you still needed to turn that 1v1 into a 2v1 to even get a W.
Nigga said you needed a 2v1 to turn.
Honestly, no idea.
Brother Seth. Oh yo.
Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, every single one of you go fuck yourselves. You can't talk to us like that.
Yes, he can.
Stop talking right now. I will recycle you again. You want to go round two? I will turn you into a toaster, you tinny looking bitch. Who do you think you are? He ain't all that. He's a pilot, but I can totally take him. I've been a pilot before. Bangalore, you fought a pilot from fucking Timu, okay? And you still needed to turn that 1v1 into a 2v1 to even get a W. Why don't I ever see you in the Apex games? Good question. Respawn? He's broken. Exactly. I am cracked. You're so great. Why is your game dead then? My game died because the powers that be said it had to die. The only reason your game is on life support is because you do more benefit to the Black Orange website than you do to gaming. What? If Respawn put me in the Apex games tomorrow, I'm ending every one of you. Does anyone know who called this meeting? Honestly, no idea. Oh, that would be me. I got something to say, and I'm saying with the chest. What? I don't know. Fuck! Oh, y'all! Museum? Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, every single one of you go fuck yourselves. Hey, you can't talk to us like that. I'm gonna need you to stop talking right now. I will recycle you again. You wanna go round two? I will turn you into a toaster, you tinny looking bitch. Who do you think you are? He ain't all that. He's a pilot, but I can totally take him. I've been a pilot before. Bangalore, you fought a pilot from fucking Timu, okay? And you still needed to turn that 1v1 into a 2v1 to even get a W. Yeah, why don't I ever see you in the Apex games? Good question. Respawn? He's broken. Exactly. I am cracked. You're so great. Why is your game dead then? My game died because the powers that be said it had to die. The only reason your game is on life support is because you do more benefit to the Black Orange website than you do to gaming. What? If Respawn...
Actually, it's talking about Pornhub, but yeah, I mean, I know he's talking about Pornhub, but seriously.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up the Absolute Universe because it was just confirmed we are officially getting Absolute Scarecrow. Scott Snyder, the creator of the Absolute Universe, gave a few hints as to how Scarecrow is going to be, and best to say, we should be terrified. For starters, he said that Scarecrow in this universe is going to be somebody who can bring down governments and topple rulers. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to repeat that one more time. What do you mean Scarecrow can topple governments? Not only that, but Scott Snyder also said he did some reading on how ancient scarecrows worked, and he said that they used to catch birds in nets, not just to scare them, but to scare them to death. I don't know what that entails for this version of Scarecrow, but I am not dying to find out. The best news about all of this, though, is that Scarecrow is not going to be a demon. He is not going to be a reincarnation of Beelzebub like we all were predicting. Instead, he's going to be more of an assassin-type character. Either way, a Scarecrow who can take down entire governments sounds horrifying. Yeah, it's time to wrap up the Absolute Universe.
first because it was just confirmed we are officially getting Absolute Scarecrow.
I do need that, so I need the blessed ribcage.
Gave a few hints as to how Scarecrow is going to be. At best, Virgil's ultimate move, Hell on Earth, is one of the strongest moves in Devil May Cry 5. It does an insane amount of damage and a giant AoE. Where are you right now? I'm on a lake. What the? Hey, Miracle Wizard, rather than shooting your scenes, can you tell Marsoc to get on set? I need Marsoc, and I also need to do some reshoots for Muffles, so do you know where they are? No, you said we're just filming me and Normie's bits today. No, I said we're doing everybody's today. Oh, but dude, yeah, I have no idea where he is. You carpool with them! What do I look like, his keeper? I'm literally in charge of them! But his personal number's in my phone, give him a call. Fuck's sake, we are so behind! Oh, thank God, Marsoc picked up. Where are you? I'm on a lake. Fucking where? There's no lake here for miles. Well, I had some time between shooting, so I went for a very enthusiastic walk. Hellsinger Bridge did me right now. Okay, where is Muffles? In the lake. What the fuck does that mean? Well, I figured Muffles needed to learn how to swim, but turns out he doesn't float. Swear to God, herding cats would be easier than this. Speaking of herding cats, shout out to the Discord moderators. Discord community can get a little bit quirky, to say the least, so we greatly appreciate the moderators' help. You can join the Discord through the Patreon. Links are in the bio. Where are you right now? I'm on a lake. What the heck?
I'm a lake. The fuck?
Who is the MVP of the Wano arc? Let's not consider Luffy. Law and Kid were destined to defeat Big Mom, but Kid was not even close to Law's Devil Fruit Awakening. I mean, this guy literally pulled his sword like 3 kilometers, and he also deserves the award for the best support fighter. Sanji didn't showcase any major power upgrades compared to Zoro. He was just kicking Queen like he always does. Zoro, on the other hand, used many lightning attacks that really gave me chills. Usopp didn't die even after he got a headbutt from Ulti, and Nami defeated Ulti, which was her biggest enemy takedown until now. Robin also unlocked new Devil Fruit skills that were quite impressive, and Brook was always trying to give us hints that he is the father of Kuzan. Otama was the real deal. Without her interference, the Flying Six fights would have ended much worse. Frankie would have been overwhelmed by Sasaki, and the same goes for Jinbei. If she hadn't turned Big Mom against Pei Pei and Ulti, Nami and Usopp would have also died. But the MVP of Wano is Caesar. Thanks to his smiles, Tama was able to turn the tide and brainwash a big part of the forces.
I dare you to look at Absolute Robin. I did, and this is what came up.
What the hell is this?
This is supposed to be Robin?
No.
This is what happens when Spirit Halloween trying to save a 999 demon orphan costume.
Look at this shit.
Hold up, he's about to mentor a sidekick.
But no.
This motherfucker looks like a final boss from Little Nightmares.
His eyes?
Or Black Hole. This nigga's looking like my sleep paralysis demon. And what the fuck is up with all these bumps and wires hanging around him?
He doesn't look like Robin.
He looks like a crackhead marionette left behind in a hobby storage room. And the red glowing window in the back isn't doing him any injustice. This is just the world's biggest do-not exercise.
Batman, just hang it off.
This is what you call absolute orphan energy. This nigga looks less like Batman's partner and more like the kid you warn your children about in urban legend. Bro's not fighting crime.
He's the reason Gotham needs therapy.
Like, let me tell you something. This man has seen some shit like Absolute Killer Croc, Absolute Mr. Freeze,
and Absolute Joker.
I dare you to look at Absolute Robin. I did, and this is what came up.
What?
This is supposed to be Robin?
No.
This is what happens when Spirit Halloween trying to save a 999 demon orphan costume.
Look at this shit.
Batman, hold up, he's about to mentor a sidekick.
But no.
This motherfucker looks like a final boss from Little Nightmares.
His eyes?
Or Black Hole. This nigga's looking like my sleep paralysis demon. And what the fuck is up with all these bumps and wires hanging around him?
He doesn't look like Robin.
He looks like a crackhead marionette left behind in a hobby storage room. And the red glowing window in the back isn't doing him any injustice. This is just the world's biggest do-not exercise.
Batman, just hang it off.
This is what you call absolute orphan energy. This nigga looks less like Batman's partner and more like the kid you warn your children about in urban legend. Bro's not fighting crime.
He's the reason Gotham needs therapy.
Like, let me tell you something. This man has seen some shit like Absolute Killer Croc, Absolute Mr. Freeze,
and Absolute Joker.
I dare you to look at Absolute Robin. I did, and this is what came up.
What the hell is this?
This is supposed to be Robin?
No.
This is what happens when Spirit Halloween trying to save a 999 demon orphan costume.
Look at this shit.
Hold up, he's about to mentor a sidekick.
But no.
This motherfucker looks like a final boss from Little Nightmares.
His eyes?
Or Black Hole. This nigga's looking like my sleep paralysis demon. And what the fuck is up with all these bumps and wires hanging around him?
He doesn't look like Robin.
He looks like a crackhead marionette left behind in a hobby storage room. And the red glowing window in the back isn't doing him any injustice. This is just the world's biggest do-not exercise. like Batman's partner and more like the kid you pointed children about in Urban Legend. Bro's not fighting crime.
He's the reason Gotham needs to... You might be wondering why. Just by seeing a single trace of shapeshift residue on the floor, I instantly knew who the imposter was, even after being accused of scheming and cheating. To understand how, then we must start from the very beginning. The game starts. I'm detective, but I won't use the role. That would just be unfair to the imposters. I head right, and then instantly, a noisemaker is killed. I move toward comms and notice Pink is running away from the body. The body is reported, and I accuse Pink instantly. The lobby hesitates. Where's your proof? Simple. If it were a shapeshifter, they'd never kill that cleanly and run. It was a deliberate move, a calculated one. Pink, they're ejected. Imposter. Perfect. The next round begins.
Perfect.
Lights sabotaged and I move to the left. By the time I got to electrical, it's already fixed. I head back to cameras to confirm something, and then I see Gray. Dead in cams. Perfect. I exactly knew who the imposter was. How did I know? When lights went down, I noticed every crewmate's position. I saw Yellow inside cams before I left, and now lights fixed and Gray's dead in the exact same spot. Coincidence?
I think not. Like, I think not. Dead, deliberate. Impossible. Brother literally got light IQ. This brother literally has light IQ play. What the fuck? This nigga is actually crazy. He really is light. Gray fails me, pathetic.
He sabotages comms too early. With kill cooldown still high, we can't close it out. Lime calls a meeting instantly. He accuses me and Gray, the only ones not rushing to fix. Every manipulation requires one truth and one lie. I sacrifice Gray. I say I was
Damn. Damn, he had to sacrifice the homeboy.
Gray is voted out, and now I am alone. My dead teammate sabotages O2. I fix it, and Lime watches me but does nothing. I notice Green is nearby, so I decide to kill my pawn here and frame my puppet. I strike. Damn it! He got me!
Damn, he got me.
And Lime calls a meeting. He accuses me. I turn it back on him. The lobby skips. Suspicion remains. Now we move in groups. Sabotages continue, and we fix it. Then I count. 10 seconds the duration of angel protection. I follow Lime and Green. Then it happens. Lime clears himself on trash, and Green watches. Perfect. The moment Lime
Perfect.
kill Green. No protection this time. I report the body, and the meeting ends in a tie. Maroon is uncertain. I take the advantage. I check the button. 13 seconds until emergency. My plan is simple. Sabotage at the last moment, lower my kill cooldown, and finish the game. But my pathetic dead teammate sabotages
finished his visual task and then killed Green right in front of him, knowing full well the blade would fall on me. To understand why,
Like, bro was playing a posture like his life depended on it. But like, bro was playing a posture like his life depended on it. Like, yeah, bro was like literally playing it like his life depended on it. But god dang, he was literally like this. That man was literally like, there's no way.
next week at some point, but they just randomly dropped it today. This event, just like the other events that we got in the game, has premium and free tiers. The first free tier that you actually get is a chainsaw melee weapon. This is giving me Doom chainsaw flashbacks from back in Modern Warfare 2, or was it Modern Warfare 3? I think it was Modern Warfare 2. But we're actually gonna check out this chainsaw for next video. I want to check out Chucky today, man. This is gonna be so fun to mess around with because we have Chucky as a huge freaking skin in game. His head is like massive. You get his knife right here. It's called S is for stab, and it's gonna have its own death effects as well. You also have this emote right here. It's called It's Time to Play. Let's go and check out the emote preview real quick. That's pretty good. I like that. We're definitely gonna have to put that on for today. Then you have this execution right here called Moods of Chucky. Oh my god, he's just stabbing the shit out of himself. Mini version of him is stabbing himself. That's crazy. Stabs him like 10 times in the head really fast. Oh man, that's gonna be crazy to use in game. Now, good thing is that they added 2 separate operators for Tiffany and Chucky. I was kind of thinking Tiffany would be under Chucky because they're kind of similar looking skins. They would just go the lazy route, but I mean, they added her as her own unique operator, so that's definitely cool. Oh, that's crazy. Little mini Chucky follows you around in the menu screen. Or I guess normal Chucky, right? Alright, well, I'm ready to go and hop in some game, mess around as Chucky in Black Ops 6. Hopefully you guys end up enjoying today's video. If you do, as always, I really appreciate it.
Alright, hold on. What else? I need the ribcage? Yeah, the ribcage. Let's keep going then.
First game, let's go and get an inspect of his knife real quick. It looks good. I just wish blood was dripping down it. Like I said before, man, blood should be dripping down that blade. They did it in Black Ops 4. They could definitely do it now. I don't care if it needs to be distinguished as a reactive camo or not. Oh, one's AFK. But blood needs to be dripping down that damn blade. Oh, one's up top of here. Oh, no, sir, you're dead. Dude, that's just crazy to see in this game. Chucky killing the shit out of him. Oh, man. We got the AFK as well, still. Might get another one on the AFK, don't mind if I do. Chucky going crazy. He just walks away slowly at the end. That's awesome. There's only one left here. Oh, teammate's dead over here. Oh, 2 of them are dead. Wow. Sprayed him. What do you want? Oh, he's right there. Oh, that's not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea. Oh, he's right here on the ground. What the? I didn't even see him at first. Yes, sir. Chucky's on your ass. What you mean? I slice you up? Let's get a better shot at this knife. It looks like those knives that you get at those shitty Spirit Halloween stores. That's essentially what it looks like, unfortunately. I really wish it was dripping blood, like real blood, you know? I don't have a smoke. I need a smoke. Oh shit! I probably should have died. Oh, Whiskey's already dead, unfortunately. Oh, I might die here. Definitely. Yeah, he's up top. Come here, buddy. No way. No! Oh! Oh. You were on my ass. I still got you, brother. Here. Let's go. No! What? He's saying about to get knifed. That should have been an execution, man. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna go around this way. He's not watching anymore. He was. And they rush planted. Come here, buddy. I got you. Oh, he's laying down. Oh my god. Stab the shit out of his face. I just love how he just runs away at the end. It's awesome. Bro, what? Wrong corner. Got him. Got you. Last one's over there. I should be able to get the defuse while teammates take him out. Should be good. Just distract, teammate, distract. Alright, we're good, we're good. We got it. Beautiful. What a great start to this game, baby. 10-0. Don't worry, man. I got it. Brother, you got Timu in your clan tag. I got it. Dude, little help here? Still stressed about the Bills game next week, huh? Here, try this. Better? Yeah. You blocking my breeze. Snickers ice cream.
Hey, Copilot, you see my portfolio? Help me write bio.
Absolutely. Jen is known for her dynamic blend of brutalism and vibrant colors.
Stop it, Copilot. But keep going.
Jenna's designs are a dance of structure and whimsy.
Ooh, I like that.
This kitty could see something that others just didn't seem to notice. Hunters have to clear dungeons before they break. Otherwise, monsters spill out to feast on the world. Claude isn't high level. Even so, he's always diving into the toughest dungeons to grow stronger and protect people. One day, he'll reach the top. His current party isn't exactly powerful. It should be enough for this dungeon. Inside the subway, Claude noticed something was wrong. When they spotted the monsters, the leader was the first to charge in. The others scattered like total amateurs. The healer's range was too short, and the party's tank was focused on attacking, not defending the mages. When a sneak attack came straight for our protagonist, he understood. This place wasn't normal, and this team he joined, something was really off about them. The reason for all this was the leader. Apparently, their plan was for everyone else to die here. The other hunters were furious with their leader, ready to die fighting, but Cloud saved the first one from a fatal blow. The team's mage felt it, the pure terror of being seconds from death, and he just froze. That's when Claude started shouting orders, directing the girl and the others. Once the monsters were defeated, the team turned their rage on the leader. He had to be insane trying to get them all killed. It made no sense, until now. It was finally clear. Their leader had been possessed by a demon. These creatures feed on the negative feelings of humans to get stronger. These guys had never seen anything like it. Only Claude knew what was happening. A demon's power can use your own fears against you, destroying you from the inside, and their leader's heart was the most vulnerable of all. They were all going to die here. Claude, on the other hand, for some reason, wasn't affected by the fear. He tried to attack the demon in multiple ways. The creature then taunted him. "Don't you care about killing the human body I'm possessing?" Believing the human would hesitate, the demon attacked recklessly, leaving itself wide open. But Claude, he didn't hold back. He attacked without a shred of doubt. For the very first time, the demon was the one who felt fear. Humans, they can't act this cold-blooded. The reason Nam Cheol-min's heart was so haunted, his younger brother. The guy wasn't evil. He's an amazing brother and one of the strongest hunters out there. But people always judged him for being the older brother, yet not as strong as Taemin. The demon warned him again. "To kill me, you'll have to kill Nam Cheol-min too." Cloud didn't hesitate. Again, the demon felt the pain rippling through its host's body. The creature was enraged and screamed, "You're the cruel demon here." But those words meant nothing to our protagonist, because he could see what others couldn't. Despite the resentment in Nam Cheol-min's heart, his pride was just as strong. If he had to sacrifice himself to save his team, he would do it. Cloud followed Cheol-min's will. The final blow sent the demon's head flying, but luck was on Nam Cheol-min's side. You see, Claude has an ability to attack a demon's spiritual body without harming the original host. When the team leader woke up, he was sure he'd been fatally struck. His teammates, understanding what happened, were just happy to see him alive. Shaking with adrenaline, Nam Cheol-min couldn't understand it. "I should be dead." Then Cloud said it again. "You don't have to worry because I'm here. Demons feed on people's fear, and Cloud, he's a demon hunter." He even congratulated Nam Cheol-min for his earlier courage. Cheol-min had never been praised by anyone other than his brother. It felt weird, but what was even weirder was this guy behind our protagonist pointing out, demons don't drop any loot when they die. That's why you're so broke. The reason for all this started long ago. One day, Lee Hoyol woke up, and he was no longer in control of his own body. It now belonged to Granfell Claude Arpaeus Romeo. That name, that's my character from the game I used to play. A long time ago, there was a famous VR game. It was incredible, like living inside an anime. You could be a badass like Sung Jin Woo. Then, one day, the unthinkable happened. The real world began to merge with the world of that legendary game, Arcana. People who played the game received the same powers as their in-game characters. With these new abilities, they were able to fight the monsters in dungeons that appeared on Earth. Unfortunately for Lee Hoyol, he was poor and barely played, so his character was low level and weak. And that wasn't his only problem. Claude's personality was uncontrollable. If a superior treated him badly, he'd fire right back with the same attitude. Time passed. The world became more dangerous, and powerful players became famous. But him? Besides being weak, he was stuck with a horrible class from the game, a demon hunter. It was the worst class for leveling up. Its only advantage was being super effective against demons. But back in the game, demon-type monsters were extremely rare. Back in the present, Cheol-min returned home, safe and sound. Nam Cheolman shows an online article to his brother, Nam Taemin. His brother says he can't believe it, commenting that even for a guild leader, inviting someone based on a post like that shows a lack of wisdom. However, Nam Cheolman claims that he is the person described in the article. The revelation shocks Nam Taemin so much that he spills his hot coffee all over the table. Still at home, Nam Taemin talks with his brother Cheolman, questioning if he really wants to stop being a player to become an analyst for Gaon. Taemin finds the decision hard to believe, as his brother was always against the idea and has suddenly changed his mind. Cheolman, however, insists he's serious. Faced with this distrust, Taemin asks if his brother is trying to fool him, but Cheolman reaffirms his position. He explains that he realized his own weakness and his true purpose, deciding to follow his own path instead of living in his brother's shadow. Intrigued, Nam Taemin expresses a desire to meet the person who managed to change Cheolman's mind so completely. Taemin reflects that this person not only handled a demon, but also wasn't affected by the abnormality status, which suggests an incredible mindset. He remembers his brother mentioning that the player fought with a dagger instead of magic, making it difficult to determine their class. Furthermore, with so much skill, Taemin doesn't understand why a player of that caliber went into one specific rupture. Cheolman acknowledges that the story sounds unbelievable, but asks for his trust. To Cheolman's surprise, Nam Taemin says he believes the story because his brother is the primary witness. He acknowledges that he only got where he is today thanks to his brother, and reveals that he brought a contract for Cheolman's new job as an analyst for Gaon. Taemin declares that Cheolman is his older brother, and a proud analyst of the guild. A bit embarrassed, Cheolman thanks him for the support, and Taemin tells him to take a look at the contract. Upon reading the document, Cheolman is shocked, and asks if those are the actual terms of the agreement. Meanwhile, our protagonist, Lee Hoyol, realizes he leveled up 20 times after defeating the demon. The character Granfell doesn't care about this, but Lee Hoyol is overjoyed, thinking only about distributing his stat points. After taking a shower, he decides to rest and deal with everything else later. However, Granfell's subconscious takes over, considering the house far too messy. With the mindset that a clean environment keeps the mind clean, he immediately begins a thorough cleaning. At the end of the day, he prepares a meal, and upon tasting it, he notices the flavor is quite healthy. The protagonist reflects that Granfell was always like this, a follower of regular routines and a practitioner of self-control. He then understands that the traits he assigned to the character, as well as his class and level, are being applied to his real life. Before, Lee Hoyol would have just taken a shower and ordered food, but from Granfell's perspective, his actions have become much healthier. He also ponders that Granfell isn't limited or lacking in talent. On the contrary, the character is talented in magic, able to imitate most enchantments just by seeing them once, on top of being intelligent and healthy. Listing all of his character's qualities, the protagonist concludes that if these traits are manifesting in real life, things are going great. Determined to prove his theory, he picks up his phone but sees a long message from Cheolman. Not understanding what it's about, he decides to dismiss it for now, as his main goal is to test his abilities. Unsure of what exactly to test, he considers imitating an enchantment and starts searching online, taking note of anything he finds interesting. Elsewhere, the Nam brothers are surprised to see the protagonist directly rejected their proposal. Cheolman raises the possibility that he might have already received an offer from another guild. However, Taemin argues that as the #1 guild in Korea, they offered him a house, a car, all fees covered, and a 95% deal. He doubts that any other guild could offer something better. Cheolman points out that after the Mage Tower incident, foreign guilds started setting up offices in Korea. He adds that since the best Korean organizations are in the capital, the offer could have come from any of them. Furious, Nam Taemin declares that he can't let another guild hire him. He refuses to accept that someone made a better offer than his. He gets ready to leave and asks his brother what the protagonist looks like. His desire to have him as an ally is so strong that he wants to know everything about the player to convince him to join their guild. Nam Cheolman thinks for a moment and describes the protagonist as someone who isn't flashy, but who looks like an aristocrat from a fantasy novel and wears elegant clothes. Back to our protagonist, he continues to study enchantments. A short time later, he manages to understand the fundamentals of magic, concluding that he can use it as long as he has mana. Lee Hoyol attributes this quick understanding to the fact that his character, Granfell, is a genius. Now, certain that he can use magic, he decides it's time to distribute his skill points. Unsure of the full extent of Granfell's talents, he thinks it's best to be open to all possibilities. He then allocates 2 points to stamina and agility, and 7 points to mana. During the process, Lee Hoyol suddenly remembers the sad backstory he wrote for Granfell, but he doesn't understand why the memory appeared just then. Regardless, he decides to put 1 point into the luck stat, believing it's for his own good, since Granfell will have to work extremely hard from now on. Even with just 1 point, his character's luck stat nearly doubled. He even thinks that maybe he'll find a coin on the ground the next day. However, when he wakes up, he gets a shock. Instead of a simple coin, he received a class quest. After the game Arcana became reality, quests became rare, since there aren't many NPCs in the real world to give them out. Normal quests are already uncommon, but our protagonist received a class quest, which at first seemed like a common one for a demon hunter. However, he remembers that this is no ordinary quest. He reads a news report stating that the #1 ranked player, Guyver, of the Paladin class, has started his own class quest. This type of quest is granted to only 1 person per class, making it a huge event, big enough to make the news. It's said that a player who gets one of these quests can rank among the very best. Rationally, our protagonist, who is at level 67, believes it would be impossible for him to receive something like this. This leads him to a single conclusion, confirmed after some research. He is the only demon hunter left, which makes the situation make a lot more sense. The protagonist knows that the demon hunter's outpost is in Akshan. The place looks grand, but the reality is shocking. To get there, you have to climb 1,000 meters to the top using nothing but precarious routes. The quests consist of a repetition of meaningless hard labor, and the facilities are inadequate to say the least. Players aren't even entitled to meals because to reach the cafeteria, you have to climb all the way to the top while an NPC yells at you the entire way. The protagonist thinks it's normal for people to quit, but his character argues that demons consume the human mind, and that this type of training strengthens him. Faced with this, he decides to leave his past failures behind and investigate the quest. Immediately after, he realizes it's a counterattack prologue. In the capital, Seoul is the Korean branch of the Anti-Arcana Union, an organization created to reduce damage and chaos in the world. They hired all the employees who worked on the development of the game Arcana, and in response to updates that manifest in the real world, they collect and analyze information for the players. One of the employees asks a colleague if he believes there will be another Rupture update that week. He expresses that he's not in the mood to work late again and hopes things will calm down. He comments that Reynald is the one responsible for updating the page, and the moment he posts something, real life changes. Immediately, his colleague warns him that a new update has arrived, leaving them both shocked. The entire operations team is outraged, as they know they'll have to work even harder. This was no ordinary update. It reported that a demon would appear soon, along with a Rupture called the Count's Fortress. New monsters were named as a threat, and the Count was apparently a dungeon boss. The threat level was estimated at 430, a value well above the rank 1 player, who was at level 403. The employees conclude that this update is impossible to beat, not even with all the high-ranking players or an entire guild combined. They consider asking the Mage Tower for help, but remember that the NPCs there rarely act unless the tower itself is in danger. This realization only increases the team's despair, as they believe a Rupture of this magnitude will destroy everything around it, since the monsters could escape into the real world. One employee declares that the update is unthinkable, as it could shatter the balance of everything, and that only a miracle could resolve the situation. Back to our protagonist, his system instructs him to train his body for the mission ahead, assigning a series of exercises. However, he doesn't feel much of an improvement and questions if anything has changed since he was in Akshan. His entire body trembles, as he suddenly began to train intensely. He can barely make a proper sandwich, which, for someone so particular about food, is an unpleasant experience. Despite this, while his inner self is collapsing, his character's persona tries to remain optimistic. He feels good, as if he has accomplished something, and recognizes that if it weren't for the pride of his character Granfell, he would have given up at the start. He manages to complete the mission and thinks he has earned a well-deserved rest, but the very next day, he's back to training since his system gave him no break. The routine becomes even more intense, and after a week, the pace doesn't let up. As soon as he completes one training mission, another appears immediately. He manages to finish the task every day thanks to the influence of his character, Granfell, but he wonders how many more times he'll have to repeat the process to be rewarded. He even starts to think that the reward might just be a healthier body. However, his system alerts him that he has completed the weekly challenge, rewarding him with 2 points of vigor and 2 of dexterity. Status points as rewards are rare, especially permanent ones, and items that boost stats are usually expensive. The protagonist is happy to have increased his attributes by 4 points without even leveling up. Because of this, he concludes that repeating this type of quest might not be so bad, since the reward is great. Right after, he hears the news about the new update that has caught everyone's attention. The report states that most guilds have declared they will be dropping out of the new Rupture raid due to the high danger. After the update titled Territory of the Count's Family, a new monster named Count Ascura appeared. He is described as a level 430 vampire demon, the highest level ever seen, indicating the raid's difficulty will be just as high. Because of this, the Korean branch of the UAA announced they had nothing to declare at the moment. The protagonist wonders if anyone in the world could possibly defeat such a monster. Many are saying the final boss of this raid will be the strongest in history, which is terrifying people, especially after learning that the top guilds have refused to participate. The protagonist knows that demons are the opponents players struggle with the most, as they grow stronger with every battle and players have to deal with countless status abnormalities. It's said that a player needs to be at least 10 levels higher than a demon to beat it, making an enemy like this unthinkable for him.
There are places you want to go. Then, there are places you never want to leave. This is one of those places. Fame, like nothing on earth. Save big for slip tickets with an Epic Day Pass.
If you misplaced your card, slide to the right and the card's locked. Unlocked. Lock and Chase mobile app has card lock, and it has encryption technology to help you keep your data safe. That's peace of mind from Chase.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we accept most insurance plans, so you can get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines at no cost to you. No appointment needed. Get vaccinated to help protect yourself and those you love. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store.
What it takes to slay the Dark Dragon. Play it day one with Game Pass.
All of this would be unthinkable if it weren't for the new quest he just received. He has been assigned to fight the most dangerous vampire that has ever appeared, a task that even the most skilled warriors are running from. Fear takes hold of the protagonist, who will have to fight an enemy that is theoretically impossible to defeat. Normally, Lee Hoyol, the protagonist, would fall into despair, but he feels his heart beating calmer than ever, and attributes this calm to Granfell, his character. In the persona of Granfell, he states that an inferior race is threatening to interfere with his precious time, and that he will have to punish them accordingly. Inside, however, Lee Hoyol thinks it's a terrible idea. A short time later, the protagonist decides to study the case further, and discovers that, according to the information, Count Ascura is in Russia. To get there, he concludes that he'll need to go to the Mage's Tower. This tower has a magic portal capable of teleporting anyone to any location, which is why so many foreign guilds keep branches in South Korea. The protagonist considers calling a taxi, but his alter ego takes control, stating that he will wait no longer. Before leaving, instead of grabbing a jacket for the cold, he picks up a few packs of tea, which he considers essential for the journey. In front of the Mage Tower, the local press is gathered, hoping to capture the arrival of famous players who will use the portal to get to the raid. A journalist comments that more than one player is expected to show up, but his assistant argues that the transport isn't so simple. It consumes a huge amount of mana. However, he himself then witnesses several players approaching. The most awaited of them, Nam Taemin, appears accompanied, and the entire press immediately surrounds him for an interview. An intern from MBS asks if Nam Taemin's guild has found a way to defeat the enemy. Cheolman asks them to save the interview for later, but his brother steps forward claiming he doesn't know how he'll kill Count Ascura, and stating that this has never stopped him from entering a rupture before. He explains that he simply decided to show up early to get ahead of the other competitors. As the leader of the Gaon Guild, Nam Taemin declares that he won't be sharing any information, even if his rivals claim it's for the greater good. He argues that if the others truly wanted to fight for world peace, they would challenge ruptures more often instead of just watching from afar. Just then, a cameraman spots the Shining Guild approaching. The guild master, Lox, is level 399 and ranked second overall. He's considered a great hope. One of his allies suggests they go around the crowd, and their leader agrees. The ally sees the Gaon Guild and considers their leader's words quite arrogant. However, Lox comments that they're just nervous, since all the guilds are heading to the Mage Tower because of the portals. He adds that the Gaon Guild is in decline, and that its leader is probably betting everything on this expedition. Meanwhile, Nam Cheolman advises his brother not to get nervous. He says they need to take it slow, one step at a time, and just show their best. Changing the subject, his brother asks if he tried to speak with his contact again. Nam Cheolman replies that he tried, but the update disrupted his plans. His brother then supposes that if the contact is that strong, he'll probably show up for the raid. Meanwhile, the protagonist decides to take a bus to the tower. During the ride, he studies videos about magic, trying to learn more about it. He concludes that there are 3 levels to activating magic: inspecting mana, interfering with it, and finally, manifesting it. In an attempt, the protagonist successfully conjures fire in his hand, but since he's on public transportation, he ends up scaring everyone around him.
You might be wondering, why? The instant Dean reported Black's body, I declared it was blue, even though logically it could have been green self-reported.
Did you know that it was just revealed why Central 46 in Bleach is made up of exactly 46 people? We all know that this organization functions as a judicial system in Soul Society, and that it's composed of 6 judges and 40 wise men. They do everything from creating laws to passing judgment on those who break them. Central 46 also holds more political power than Captain Commander or Gote 13, and can even directly command some of its units. Now, because they hold a very similar amount of authority as the 5 great noble families, some fans theorize that they were originally formed to create a balance of power, and the latest Q&A with Kubo might just add a bit more weight to that theory. The question one fan asked him was, how does one even go about becoming a member of the Central 46? To which Kubo replied that Central 46 is essentially composed of 46 noble families, and that the spots in the council are passed down generation to generation. Did you know that it was just revealed why Central 46 in Bleach is made up of exactly 46 people? We all know that this organization functions as a judicial system in Soul Society, and that it's composed of 6 judges and 40 wise men. They do everything from creating laws to passing judgment on those who break them. Central 46 also holds more political power.
Jesus, that was fast.
And can even directly command some of its units. Now, because they hold a very similar amount of authority as the 5 great noble families, some fans theorize that they were originally formed to create a balance.
All right, well, for the end of the live stream here, folks, I'll be talking to y'all later. I will be grinding in the background and whatnot, so because I can't make videos or nothing yet, so